Salute, salute, and grand rising to all. Grand rising to all. You know what? I'm going to do this a different way. Here we go. Here we go. Where's me go? I need my shillings so I control. I got to give it up to the ancestors, brother in the cut. That's right, Beaver, Jimmy McNair. All right. Still grieving, y'all, but I'm dealing with it. All right. Salute to the indigenous, internal, spiritual most high. Trolls, just like this beautiful shirt I made, and y'all are welcome to purchase this shirt. I got it big and bold too. I got it big and bold, so even if you got cataracts or glaucoma, you can read it. Only God and your mama can love you. Y'all can inbox me and we can talk about getting you one of these shirts too. Cause truthfully, only God and your mama can love you. And last but most certainly not least, y'all. One time, yeah. I say one time, yeah. I say one time, yeah. Man, it's getting bad out here, man. I told y'all this was gonna lead to some type of civil racial unrest, and it's already divided races behind country. I told y'all. It ain't often I get to say I told you so. So I'ma suck it up. You know what I'm saying? When I do get the opportunity. I told y'all. So listen, man. It turns out Kwame Brown agrees with me too. I'm not the only person that sees it this way. I'm not the only person that sees it this way. And if Kwame Brown sees it the way I see it, and we share the same last name, then I know I'm in good company, y'all. I'm in good company. I'm right at home. I'm right at home. So, this Carmelo Anthony trial and the things we seeing depicted within the procedures that the prosecution is taking, well, we know that they're reaching. We know that they lying. And we know that they trying. They want to cook Carmelo. So we're just here to give our factual opinions and things that we notice. And I'm here to let y'all know that regardless of the outcome of this case, there is going to be a civil unrest in this country. It's going to affect it's going to affect this country racially, whether we want to admit it or not. It's already happening outside of the courthouse during the trial. This is going to spill over, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, y'all don't believe me. Y'all don't believe me. Y'all don't believe me. Fox News, y'all. Fox News.
All right, happening today, the murder trial of Carmelo Anthony will resume this morning after prosecutors were seen clashing outside a Texas courthouse as opening arguments kicked off. Watch this. The suspect is accused of stabbing and killing 17-year-old Austin Metcalf during a track meet last year.
Shanley Painter here with the details. Jen.
Hey, Todd and Carly. So prosecutors will continue their case against 19-year-old Carmelo Anthony later this morning in Texas after, as you said, tensions boiled over outside the courthouse yesterday with dueling crowds on both sides making their voices heard, some focusing on the all-white jury selected in the case.
If it's already spilling over like this outside of the courthouse during this trial, imagine what's going to happen to this country regardless of what verdict is delivered. Regardless of what verdict is delivered. Ladies and gentlemen, as we come in, let's please remember to hit that like button. I'm working, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all know y'all way around the social media streets. You have to hit that like button, help us get things through the algorithm. You know what I mean? Y'all know how it goes. If you're not going to hit the like button, there's no sense in you being here. There's no sense in you being here. Okay, so the people that's in here, we're going to hit the like button or I'll just remove you. That's rude about. Come on, that's rude. It's rude. I mean, they're out here with Confederate flags and everything, ladies and gentlemen. You've got black people over here. You've got white people right here. You've got white police standing there protecting the white guys. You've got black finger pointing, and I mean, this is bad. This is bad. This is going to be bad. This is going to be bad, ladies and gentlemen. If y'all think I'm reaching, this is going to be bigger than George Floyd. This is going to be bigger than Rodney King. I'm telling you. And the reason it's going to be bigger is because someone white lost their life at the hands of someone black. That's why it's going to be bigger. It's going to be colossal. I'm telling you.
Anthony is accused of fatally stabbing 17-year-old football star Austin Metcalf at a high school track meet in April of last year. Police say the confrontation started when Metcalf told Anthony he wasn't supposed to be in a team tent.
Who is he to tell someone where they're supposed to be going? You know what I'm saying? Who is he to tell someone where they're supposed to be? He is not an authoritarian figure. Ladies and gentlemen, we're still thank you, Trinon, first. I appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen, we're still not hitting that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Why do we come in and not exercise, the liberties of hitting that like button, especially if you rock with me? Why wouldn't you want to help me by hitting that like button? I can understand everyone not hitting it because some people are here to troll. But for those who are here for the truth, those who are part of my tribe, those who rock with me, what is the problem with hitting a free like button? But I get it, that's your way of trolling. If we have moderators, that should be guaranteed likes. One of the requirements of being a moderator is at least hitting the like button as you come into the room. That leads by example for others. Come on, ladies and gentlemen.
Investigators say things quickly escalated, ending when Anthony pulled out a knife and stabbed Metcalf in the chest. The jury heard the emotional 911 calls and saw enhanced video from the track meet. Anthony has pleaded not guilty to murder. His defense told the jury that Metcalf struck first and Anthony reacted in a split second of fear and chaos. Prosecutors told the jury in openings that the case has nothing to do with race or self-defense.
It has everything to do with race. Everything to do with race. It has everything to do with self-defense. But the point I'm making right now is the civil unrest that is going to take place in this country. It's been brewing for years. And it's about to boil over in this country. It's about to boil over. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not even going to continue this content. If we can't hit that like button,
rock. Now?
If we can't hit that like button, there's no sense in continuing this live stream. There's no sense. Okay, the one person I hit the like button, can you identify yourself so I can get everyone else up out of here, please? The one person that did hit the like button, moderator or not, can you identify who you are so I can remove everyone else? I'm happy to just sit here and kick it with you. At least I know you support me by hitting that like button. The two people who hit the like button, can you please identify who you are so that I can kick everyone else out? Or I'll just turn the chat off. I mean, it really doesn't matter at this point. Really doesn't matter at this point. Why come in here just to be rude? What up, King Trucking? King Trucking, why aren't you a moderator yet? then why are you here? If you don't agree, why are you here? Then why are you here? I can help you. I can handle the fact that you don't agree with me, and that's fine. Why are you here? That is the point. That proves your degeneracy. Why are you here? Bye. Now you got 24 hours to decide. I'm gonna that now you got 24 hours to decide. Bye. You're not gonna bring my numbers down. You're not gonna affect me. You're not gonna troll me. Bye. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even know why white people come in here. Y'all know you're not gonna agree with black content. So why do y'all bring your vampire asses in here? We don't go to y'all trolling. So why do y'all bring y'all vampire asses in here? Why? Trying to ruin what everybody else got going on. We don't give a damn what y'all got going on. We not on y'all damn platforms doing this to y'all. Why y'all bring y'all racist, degenerate asses over here and do it? The minute I identify all of you, I'm telling you, I'm getting you the hell out of here. I would stay shadow banned on YouTube forever, but I'm gonna block you vampires. Now, with the 3 people who hit the like button, please identify themselves so I can get everybody else the hell up out of here. I just need those 3 people. 3 people. You're out of here too. Keep speaking up. I like it. Keep speaking up. I like it. I just need those 3 people to identify who they are so I can get everybody else the hell up out of here. This trolling stuff gonna stop. Or better yet, I got a way to make it stop. Hold on. Hold on just a minute. Then it ain't gonna matter. Then it ain't gonna matter. The racial tensions in this country are already too high. And y'all come in here with this all the time. Y'all don't understand when people are damn it tired. Y'all don't understand what's really laying on the lines right here in this country. Y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it. You can't play with everybody like that. You can't play with everybody like that. Let me turn this chat off. Not gonna keep happening. So damn ignorant when I just sit in the background. Don't want to hit the like button. The like button is what gets the conversation through the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? If you don't agree with the content, get your ass out of here and let someone in here who agrees with the content, who don't mind hitting the like button to get the conversation through the algorithm. Y'all some real damn haters, man. And always crying about somebody playing victim. Y'all know the shit y'all do, man. Y'all think we gonna keep waking up black and taking that bullshit from y'all, man? Get the fuck out of here, man. That's on God. That's on the God you believe in. Fuck out of here, man. You two need to do something about y'all damn trolls. We get in trouble for how we respond to y'all, but y'all can say anything y'all want to say to us and come in here with that chub to build a bullshit. Man, fuck y'all, man. All of us don't walk on that turn the other cheek energy, man. Some of us walk on that slap the shit out your type energy, allegedly. Real talk, man. Tired of that. Don't worry about it though. I got something for it. I got something for it. Comments off. And say, yeah. Nah, it don't matter whether you hit the like button or not. I really don't give 2 downs. Let's go.
It's your time. National University offers flexible online and hybrid programs. Justice for Carmelo. Justice for Carmelo. You're lying on the child. Justice for Carmelo. It's business. And that's what they need to know. They're trying to dehumanize the child like he wasn't sitting under that tent, minding his business. He was not an aggressor. Carmelo was not an aggressor. He was minding his damn business when the boys came up to him. Free the crowd. Free the creek. Carmelo Anthony will not free. Free the crowd. Free the creek.
No.
Do you think that's what
But Jesus said, I did not come to bring peace. I came to bring a sword of division between the sheep and the goats. And right now, those who stand, and those, I'm not being a peacemaker, I'm being a sword of division between darkness and light. There can no be coexistence between the sinner and the saint. Can we sit at the same table and eat as the unrighteous? No.
It never works from the laptop. I got to go in through my phone and do it. It never works through the laptop. Never works through the laptop. So I'm trying to figure that out right now. Trust me. I should have did it when I first set the live. That's when I should have done it. Let me see. Live chat. Hold for review. Turn that off. Turn that off. All right, let's see. Time management. Yo, I'm going through every damn thing on here. Going through every damn thing. I should have did it before, but it's all good. It's all good. I think I would have to do it from my phone before I do the live. I might be able to do it from this phone, to be honest, since it's the one I'm live on. But yeah, that needs to be dealt with right away, man. Oh, here it is right in front of me. Here it is right in front of me. Duh. Duh. Good idea. We'll do it like that. We'll do it like that. All right, try that. Try that. All right, let's go. Whole time solution was right in front of me.
That is not scripture.
These black folks who are in prison right now
Deserve to be there.
right?
Deserve to be there.
Breathing on you, loving on you, calling you a son of God.
I've ministered and baptized dozens of black men
Okay,
in
you're
prison.
wrong way then.
In prison. I have love for black people. But what I don't have love for is degenerate black culture. I do have love for black people. I'm calling. Listen, unless a man would be calling for the deportation of blacks, but I'm not. We are giving it.
He just said a lesser man would be calling for the deportation of blacks. You know what I'm saying? A lesser man would be calling for the deportation of black. This is Jake Lang, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jake Lang saying this. And we know who Jake Lang is. If you don't know Jake Lang, get to know Jake Lang. I don't know how you don't know Jake Lang. Okay, but this is Jake Lang saying this. He say, look, you're not calling for the deportation of blacks. Now, who's supposed to be here and who's not supposed to be here? Who's indigenous and who came from the Western Hemisphere? You know what I'm saying? Right, where we getting deported to? Where we get, Sister Regina, that is a good, where we getting deported to? Where are we getting deported? Because we know multiple places they could be deported. We know that they are the biggest immigrants in the country, on the land. You know what I mean?
the opportunity to raise yourselves up in a state of dignity again and coexist with the Americans before we kick you out of our country.
And coexist with the Americans before we kick you out of our country. A, you're not American, you're European. You know what I mean? And this isn't your country. It's not your land. Do y'all see how these people think? Do you see he's out here aggravating the black community while they are standing out here to support Carmelo Anthony? See the antagonization here? See the privilege and the entitlement? Regardless of how this verdict turns out, there's going to be a civil unrest in this country. You know what I'm saying? Regina says, okay, let's just deport everyone back to where they originally came from and go from there. Hey, sounds like a plan, because I know I originally came from here. And they know they originally did not. They originally did not. They originally did not. We can take that back to 1492 if they want to. I'm just saying.
Behave and you're welcome in our society. Stop with the worshiping of Cardi B. Stop with the worshiping.
Alright, what's up with the YouTube fam? I'm back again with another video right now. Look, if you're a supporter of the channel and you're rocking with the channel and you want me to start dropping videos like this as well, start hitting that like button, just letting me know that y'all rock with them and I'll keep them coming. But if I don't get a lot of engagement on it, I'm going to keep on pushing to my regular content. But other than that, let's jump into this. Carmelo.
Wow, isn't it funny? He's also advising people to hit the like button. I wonder why. So for those of you who come in here and say, I don't know if I like the content before I hit the like button. If you're not going to hit the like button, don't even bring your ass in here. Don't even bring your ass in here. Consider the fact that you don't like the content. You ain't hit the like button. Get your ass out. That's how we rock around here, man.
Anthony, he's basically in court fighting for his life, right? Now, before we move forward, I do want to say...
Hey, King Trucker say, I came from my mama. Please don't send me back. Where they gonna deport us to, y'all? Now we know what we're gonna send them. You know, we know what we're gonna reclassify them back to who they were. You know, and we know what we're gonna deport them. And we gonna clean up the world globally. We gonna hit all countries and continents. If they are there, in places they shouldn't be, in regions they shouldn't be, in countries they shouldn't be in, on land. Listen, we sending their ass back globally. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a mass influx in population in the European Union. You know what I'm saying? The European nations. It got to go. Caucasus Mountains, got to go.
RP to the victim in this case, because it is sad and unfortunate that he lost his life. But now we're going to move forward. It's been a lot of chaos and ruckus going on around the court building, right?
Behave and you're welcome in our society. Stop with the worshiping of Cardi B. Stop with the worshiping of ball players. Stop with the worshiping of drug dealers, cheap keeps, all this bullshit.
Do y'all hear this racist man? Y'all think he be talking like this if the Popo one standing right next to him? The Popo look just like him. I'm telling y'all, we've been too dormant in this country for too long. We've been too dormant in this country for too long. Boy, some people have forgot what an ass whooping look like and feel like, man. I'm just saying. Some people don't, man. You know when you don't discipline your children the right way, you know they got a tendency to disrespect you, and we should have never stopped disciplining our children out here, man. We should have never stopped disciplining these vampires, man. You know what I'm saying? These are children, man. They come from a black woman. These are children. We should have never stopped putting belt to ass, allegedly. Because now they acting up. We can't call CPS. You know what I'm saying?
Return to Christ and you can be in our...
I got an idea. How about me and you set up a boxing match? Legally. Me and you, boxing match.
Grimy outdoor messes. 30.
Okay, one brother stood up. How about me and you legally? Boxing match. Me and you legally. Yeah. Yeah, that's the only energy they understand is a black man whooping their ass. Now they down on the ground, on their back, and they begging for their life. They saying, I'm sorry. They screaming out dumb shit like, I love you. I really like black people. You should have thought about this shit before you came fucking with me, man. You should have thought about this before you came fucking with black people, man. Real talk. I'm telling y'all, this is going to cause a civil unrest. Listen, all you YT people who think this is a game, who's enjoying this, y'all gonna walk up on the wrong black person, man. Y'all gonna walk up on the wrong black person with them shenanigans. I'm trying to tell you. You're gonna walk up on the wrong brother or sister with them shenanigans. And listen, it's not gonna be what you want. Y'all YT folks got to chill out, man. It is not a good time in this country, man. Y'all got to chill out. Everybody got GUNs, man. Everybody got that. It's all about discipline. Everybody got GUNs now, dear white folks. You know what I mean? It's all about discipline. And y'all done took our life for so long. Y'all really think black people give a damn about taking another white life? You know what I mean? Allegedly. Y'all have to weigh these type of options, man. Y'all have to weigh these type of options, man. Real talk. Y'all have to weigh these type of options. This is not the way and the direction and the route that this country should be going. But when this country is ran by a bunch of demons, by a bunch of pedos, I mean, what more do you expect? What more do you expect? This is not the route that this country needs to be going in. This is not the energy that we all need to be having against each other. But this energy was manufactured through white supremacy, y'all. That's what I'm trying to get everyone to understand. This was manufactured, engineered through white supremacy. And now the chickens are coming home to roost, and everyone is getting tired of a specific group of people. And we're talking even globally. Shall we ask Iran how they feel? Shall we ask Venezuela how they feel? Shall we ask Cuba how they feel? Shall we ask Haiti how they feel? Hmm? Should we ask Colombia, Ecuador how they feel? Should we? Should we? Y'all do not understand. It's man, you got to go about this thing a little bit smarter, man. Y'all got to go about this thing a little bit smarter. You're quick to say, well, y'all are only 13%. A, we're bigger than 13%. And you guys fail to mention the fact that at least 80 to 90% of the world globally is melanated. So while you're busy telling us it's not what we want, internationally, it's not what you want and what you can withstand. You are the minority. You're the minority, whether you like it or not, globally, internationally, in this place we call the world. The world is like 80% melanated globally. I don't think that you people are thinking this through. I think you're just thinking right here in America. You're not thinking globally. You guys are over there messing with Iran right now. I forgot that Iran has sleeping cells over here. So you don't do your homework. That's why I always tell y'all the lies should have quit when the internet hit. Y'all do not have the ability to think things through. You act upon impulse, not knowing that that impulse creates energy within other people. And all they have to do is get tired. Pressure does bust pipes or it creates diamonds. But you guys don't think this through. So while you're thinking right here in America, you need to be thinking globally. Globally. Iran is already shutting down two white nations globally, America and Israel. Everything in the Middle East, ladies and gentlemen, is melanated. Melanated. This is not the energy you want, knowing that you still need to move products, oil, goods. You still got to move you and your children around safely. We still have to move we and us and our children around safely. Why this? Why this? When does supremacy stop? When do degenerates start to learn? I keep telling y'all, Neanderthal Degenerate Elementary. That is the school that they went to. While we was busy at the School of Hard Knocks, they went to Neanderthal Degenerate Elementary. They know no better. That's why their Bible says, Father, forgive them for they not know what they do. You know, they really don't know what they're doing. And we're not into forgiving. And that is not my Father. So those commandments mean nothing to me. And there's a group of people out there who feels the same as I do. There's even groups of white people out there who feel the same as I do as a black man. So it's only the white racists. It's only the YT racists. It's the white nationalists. This is not smart, ladies and gentlemen. It's just not smart. It's not. This is not smart politics. But again, nothing that they seem to do in any country that they run seems to be smart politics.
Seconds Outdoor Cleaner tackles tough messes like these in seconds. Just spray it on, then rinse away.
Focusing on the all-white jury selected in the case.
This is terrible. This is terrible. I want y'all to see this. If this is happening in the streets outside the courthouse of this trial, you have white nationalists and you've got groups of black supporters. This is not, ladies and gentlemen.
You lost! You lost! You lost!
The energy, man. The energy, man. The energy, man. I'm telling y'all, it's like all black people done woke up. We done went and watched Roots, 12 Years a Slave, Get Out. We done went and watched Higher Learning. We done got re-energized. We are ready. We are ready. It's like we done saw Mississippi burning 3 or 4 times now, over and over again. Like, this is not the time for any of this, man. This is not the time for any of this, man. But when you do things like this for so long, man, eventually the chickens come home to roost. Eventually those chickens do return home to roost, ladies and gentlemen. This is bad. And I haven't even gotten to Kwame Brown yet. Y'all know I always say the best for last. I'm just giving you instances of what I'm saying. And y'all can call this propaganda. This is real life. This is real life.
Anthony is accused of fatally stabbing 17-year-old football star Austin Metcalf at a high school track meet in April of last year. Police say the confrontation started when Metcalf told Anthony he wasn't supposed to be in a team tent.
Why won't they tell the truth? Why they always say, well, Anthony's being accused of unaliving Austin Metcalf? Why won't y'all say, well, Austin Metcalf walked up to Carmelo and pushed him multiple times and shoved him and grabbed him against his will, telling him that he didn't belong under the tent? Paint the narrative. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Do it in that respect. Have that regard. Have that regard. Why won't y'all do that? Anything to dehumanize and criminalize the black person, right? Right, the actual one who was there just minding his business, ducking out of the tent, out of the rain because his school didn't have any tents up, right? Is that what we're doing now? Good morning, Insatiable. How we doing? What's up, my Capricorn birthday brother? How you doing? How you doing? But why won't they tell the story that way? Why won't they tell it that way? I want y'all to listen to how she say this started. Listen, and then think about the prosecution, because I'm going to replay that clip from last night too. Think about the route the prosecution is going and reaching for this lie. This was it's not going to turn out good for these people. It's not.
You lost!
Anthony is accused of fatally stabbing 17-year-old football star Austin Metcalf at a high school track meet in April of last year. Police say the confrontation started when Metcalf told Anthony he wasn't supposed to be in a team tent.
Now, is that how the confrontation started? Is that truthfully how that confrontation started? Or did that confrontation start with Austin and his brother approaching Carmelo as he was sitting down and they were standing over him? Did Austin not touch and grab and shove Carmelo? Did he not? I just want to know. Carmelo is not cooked. He is not cooked. No, he is not cooked. Because what you're disregarding is the fact that all of them said what? Carmelo was sitting under the tent. Sitting, not bothering anyone. He was on the end, halfway inside the tent and halfway out. He wasn't bothering anyone. Carmelo isn't cooked. Those racists and those liars that took the stand under oath are going to get cooked. There's a thing called perjury. There's a thing called profiling and discrimination. The light can't fellowship with the dark. And if you walk in melanin, we light, baby. We don't do dark things like that. We don't have the dark history that a lot of them have. We don't have that. Were they on the same team? Did each team have their own separate tents? Exactly. Exactly. I expect those 4 teammates to take up for Austin. They don't go to Carmelo's school. You expect that these are children, then teenagers, you know. And I'm gonna start robbing myself. I'll read moderators. Anything else, anybody else, you want to comment, Red, got a question, anything, put some color behind it in a form of a super chat. I'm not gonna keep doing this to myself. We're not gonna do that.
Investigators say things quickly escalated, ending when Anthony.
Sister Regina, can I get you to put my Cash App up there? $ Mr. Uncut Consciousness. We're going to get paid to entertain all this racism here. This is a black FBA platform. We black first over here. So if you ain't black and you have an opinion, you're going to pay for that. You're going to pay for that. Call it reparations, call it what you want to. The crackdown begins now. It begins now. Call it what you want to. No.
Pulled out a knife and stabbed Metcalf in the chest. The jury heard the emotional 911 calls and saw enhanced video from the track meet. Anthony has pleaded not guilty to murder. His defense told the jury that Metcalf struck first and Anthony reacted in a split second of fear and chaos. Prosecutors told the jury in openings that the case has nothing to do with race or self-defense. They say Metcalf was unarmed, that
Same thing if you mix, Star. Same thing if you mix. Yep, you're going to pay for it. Send a super chat. Yep. Because you could be half black, but you're half white too. And well, that half white side of you is doing some evil things in this country right now. So we ain't trying to be messed up with the half white either. We remember, reparations and segregation. Ain't nothing changed. We'll negotiate with terrorists.
Anthony provoked a fight with someone he didn't know and then pulled out a knife and carried out what they described as a, quote, sneak attack.
This whole court situation, which people are making it racial and it's going this type of way because of that and other reasons as well that we do know. But ultimately, man, it's been a lot of different developments in the case. One of the things that I do see that has a lot of people in an uproar is that there is no black jurors that's presiding over this case. Now, with that being said, I do see the frustrations and shit like that, but they do that in a lot of different instances, so I just want to say, with him being in McKinney, Texas, playing games like this, you know what I'm saying, it's not something that you would want to do, and what I mean by playing games like this is just basically having so many different people having so many different things to say, and you out there causing problems and shit. Y'all better tighten up out there, man, because they don't play. But for this whole case to have happened in McKinney, Texas, is very, very bad as well too, because they not playing, like I said. But ultimately, a lot of different developments happened. One of the developments that has happened was the footage has been released. Right now, people are saying that it was clear as day that they jumped him and he had every right to defend himself. But with him having a pocket knife, throws a lot of different things out of the window. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna keep this shit all the way 1,000. If I lose a supporter here and there, that's cool. But I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 and balanced. Y'all know I'm known for that, and that's what I'm gonna continue being. For somebody to jump you, you definitely have every reason to protect yourself. But when you're in a school setting with a knife, you know, you look a certain way to certain people, right? Now, a lot of people were raised, especially, I ain't even gonna do all of that. Y'all know what I'm talking about when I say what I say. And if you can resonate with it, you can resonate with it. But a lot of people were taught as kids to do whatever you need to do to secure your safety in these type of situations.
Exactly. So we can't fault Carmelo, who has been now, you know, they gave his measurements yesterday. 5'6", 135 pounds. Austin was 6'2", 215 pounds. Hunter, his twin brother, 6'2", 215 pounds. You have weight classes even in boxing. Are you kidding me right now? Huh? Bud Crawford is my GOAT. Bud Crawford is my GOAT. But if you think for a minute that Bud Crawford is going to jump in the ring with David the Mexican Monster Benavidez, come on, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. That is a reason to feel threatened. That is a reason to feel threatened. Star, I'll help you out because I've been tired of you since yesterday.
They'll tell you to pick up whatever you have or whatever you see and shit like that. But to actually have your weapon just makes shit crazy. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you're out here in the free world and this shit happened, not in a school setting, then, you know, this probably would have went up under the rug real quick. But since it happened the way that it happened, it's going the way that it's going. Now, I'm going to let y'all hear what a man had to say. Shout out to Smash the Topic. He's covering this out there. Shout out to you if you run across this. And a man who was there basically said what he seen on the footage, and the body cam, I said body cam, the footage is shocking. And I'm also show y'all another person who had something to say about it with a similar but different perspective. So this is what he had to say.
Seen the video on 2 hours. Was it clear enough or was it fuzzy or what?
No, it was clear. It's clear enough where you can see the actual individual raindrops come by the cameras.
Okay.
That's how clear it is. You actually see them walking it up. You see that Carmelo is already up under there. He's under there minding his business.
Dodging the rain or?
Yeah, it was still raining. You know,
right.
Being familiar, I'm familiar with them. So that day we were under a tornado watch.
Right.
And we were under thunderstorm warning, and we know we had already had some light rain then, and it started raining again. Then it was over with for the day.
Okay.
So that's kind of what happened on that day. But they were at a rain delay already. And so during that time,
I wonder if we can find that footage, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Lady Lorraine Art, I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. I wonder if we can find that footage. I wonder if we can find that footage. Let's see what we can do. They say it's being released to the public. Let's see if we can find it. Let's see if this is it. I'm going to see if I can find it. Give me a second, y'all. If it's out there, I definitely want to review it. Do you have the footage? Do you have the footage? Do you have the footage, or are you just talking about the footage? Do you have the footage? Oh, clickbait. You don't have the footage. You don't have the footage. I don't think the footage is out there. I don't think they've released the camera footage, y'all. I don't think they've released the camera footage. Has anyone out there saw the camera footage?
When that happened, the twins, their two buddies, and a few other kids, because there was a few kids involved with them, they were all coming from the direction of the middle school, right, coming walking back up. Right. On the video, you can see those four that actually was involved, and maybe about 3 or 4 others that was with them, skipping up, trying to catch up line. One veered off probably toward him.
Yeah, they got him charged for first degree red rum, and it's not even that. To me, it shouldn't even be manslaughter. To me, it's just a simple case of self-defense. Was it self-defense? If yes, let him go. If no, then do what you need to do. But I mean, it's self-proven. I can understand there's going to be some concerns about him having a weapon at a school event, which wasn't at a school. You know, Texas has their own laws. That's to be, respected. So I understand the pushback from that. But it still goes back to the same thing. No one would have never known that he had this weapon had they not bothered him, because he didn't have intentions on causing any harm. Now, most white boys who carry weapons to school, they have intentions on using those weapons and causing mass harm. So there's a difference. There's a difference. There's a difference. All right. Regina Myers. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Reach out and invite someone to the live. Share and spread the consciousness. Please and thank you. I appreciate that, Sister Regina. I appreciate that.
This way to go to the coach and kind of distract them a little bit. And then the other 4 came walking together. One went in front of them.
All right. Lady LaRae says, true. Down south, they carry GUNs and stand ground and etc. Self-defense is self-defense. Texas has the same law. Stand your ground. You don't have a duty to retreat. You have a duty to stand your ground. You do not have to retreat. And that's what people's not understanding when they say, well, Carmelo could have just walked away or ran away. Austin could have just sat his ass at the end of that tent and never bothered Carmelo to begin with. And that's why Zimmerman beat those charges, because they charged him with an M1. They charged him with an M1 instead of manslaughter. So they're leaving technicalities for Carmelo, even with the jury that they chose. They're leaving some things there for Carmelo to walk. And I appreciate it, because the brother deserves to be home.
Right. The other 4 went and they surrounded Carmelo. If you're Carmelo.
On camera, there's 4 people surrounding Carmelo Anthony. And you're going to argue this wasn't self-defense. There's 4 people. 2 of them we know are 6'2", 215 pounds, and they're twin brothers. And there's 2 other people surrounding Carmelo Anthony. 4 people surrounding someone 5'6", 135 pounds. And y'all are telling me that this brother was supposed to throw hands? No, this brother was supposed to do exactly what the F he did. Survive. Survive. Stand your ground and survive. That's like seeing a Chihuahua fight a pit bull with everything he's got in him. Don't ever count that Chihuahua out. That Chihuahua might have more fight in him than that pit bull. That pit bull might be a mutt. He just might be a bully, because he's bigger than a Chihuahua. But that Chihuahua really built like that.
Show that on that video.
It's on the video.
Okay, come on.
You can see him walk.
I'm going to say little stuff.
I'll put it this way.
Okay.
They actually tell you when you're watching the video, pay attention to this corner right here, because if you look anywhere else, you might miss different things.
Okay.
So watch those 4. Here they're 4 right there coming up. Right. That's exactly what they say.
Okay.
And so you have no way to be confused that it's those 4. Okay. So they come up, they surround them, and this immediate moment of not even a few seconds of pause, then that's when they jump. And so
they actually did jump him.
Yeah, it wasn't just no touch. It wasn't just all that moment. Yeah, it was a push. It was all kind of things. But Austin pushed, Hunter hit, and then everybody swung. But at the same time,
so it's more than the twins that got some licks
all
on.
4.
So it showed that in the video.
Yes, in the video. So again, you got Hunter and Austin standing in the middle.
Okay. And
you have the light bright boy here, and you have the darker boy here.
Okay.
I think that's what I remember. So I have to go back and think about it. But that's where they were. One was going up and down while they were talking and kind of pushing or whatever he was doing. Austin and Hunter was in front. So where they're talking about grabbing bags, Hunter actually said that I grabbed his bag.
Right.
And then later on, he said that Austin threw the bag.
Okay.
Jeff also said the same thing. And so that's them both antagonizing. And we know under Texas law, I just have the fear that you're about to do something to me and you can get up out of here. Yeah, so you don't have to touch me. But at that point, he still stood there and stopped there. And whatever they say alleged was said, you don't know that until they get into it here. But once they did that, they started hitting him. Carmelo actually was able to back out and try to get away. So he was actually trying to get away the first time. Austin grabbed him, and you could see his hoodie coming out like this, and they brought him back in.
Okay.
And when they brought him back in, that's when you could see Austin put him in a headlock. You could see that all the rest of them are still hitting. That must be when the poke happened, because he was able to get out again. He backed out. He looked to the right. That's where the other little kid was filming, because they got some cell phone footage too. But that's where he was filming. He looked directly at him in his camera, and then he went this way to the left. He went down. He fell. And that's when they realized he was gone, because they were still punching. And when he fell, that's when they all turned around. They started chasing him. Austin tried to go chase him too, but he grabbed his chest. I guess he realized that something happened to him. And that's when he went down a little bit and he fell down. But all three of them were chasing him. But Carmelo was so fast, he got away and went around to the coach. And so you can see them on the video pointing toward Carmelo and the coach. And I can imagine, because Carmelo's out of the camera on that moment, that he was telling the coach what happened. And then that's when Hunter said he...
Do y'all hear what they saw on this camera in that courtroom? Do y'all hear this? Do y'all hear this? This is completely self-defense. This is absolutely self-defense. Do y'all hear this? He's talking about Carmelo Anthony right now. He's talking about what they saw on the cameras for Carmelo Anthony and for Austin Metcalf. You know, are y'all hearing this?
Whipped his head around. That's a true statement. He just wasn't sitting with you. He whipped his head around. You see him on the video. And that's when he walked over to where Austin was. But he never touched him. So all that stuff about him rendering aid and holding his heart, and not, he never did that, because the coach grabbed him and he was holding him. So at the end of the day, that's kind of where the moment went. But they did assault him. And we'll just play the game. Even if it was just a push, you still assaulted him, because it was unwanted. By your own definition in your word of him saying that leave me alone, and I'm
by your own law. By your own law. Yes. 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 It was unwarranted. It was unwanted. Yes. Yes. This is nothing more than self-defense. Ladies and gentlemen, these people are only mad because they finally lost a son at the hands of a melanated individual. We're used to this. We go through it all the time. We lose sons and daughters, mothers and fathers, aunts and uncles. Hell, you can lose your pet pit bull to one of these doggone lineage of evil type cultivates, man. You can. It can happen right here in a country near you. They're just upset because finally it's happening to them. Finally, they feel the pain. Finally, they have the empty chair at the dinner table. Huh? They're not used to feeling this pain. They're used to inflicting this pain on other people who look like us. So that's why they're taking it so serious and trying to make an example out of Carmelo, who was just simply protecting himself, ladies and gentlemen. Four people, four, surrounded him. Four. Dougie! What's up, Dougie? Dougie in the house. What's good, Dougie? Four people. Four. And we're going to question whether this was self-defense. And we're going to question why he didn't run away. Because the law says you have the right to stand your ground. Just like the law says that Austin should have kept his hands to himself. You know, he should have kept his hands to himself. There's consequences. There's repercussions for walking up to people, calling them the N-word and disrespecting people, or just simply touching someone who doesn't want to be touched. Shawnee in the house. What's good, Shawnee? I appreciate the love. Let's put SB in the chat as well. You know what I mean? Let's put SB in the chat. But this is the truth that these people are not able to tell. And then when you get on here and you tell the truth like I am, you're deemed a racist or you're playing victim. We know their MO. We know their method of operation. We know how this works. Truthfully, they're only ticked off right now because they lost a son at the hands of a black man. Oh, you know, a thug, y'all. You know what they label us, thugs, y'all. It's been since the beginning of time black people can't even look at white people the wrong way, or you were lynched. Huh? We know what happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma with Sarah Page and Dick Rawlins. We know what happened with the lie with Emmett Till. You couldn't even touch them or bump into them. They'll lie and say you bumped into them and stepped on their foot. You know what I mean? On an elevator. And that leads to mobs of angry thousands of white men coming to overthrow a jail, drag you out, hold a kangaroo court, and lynch you in public in front of everyone and call it justice. We know how these people think. We saw it on January 6th. They were trying to do it to their own kind, ladies and gentlemen. It was the Capitol instead of a jailhouse. Huh? It was Mike Pence or whatever his name was. You know what I'm saying? And Nancy Pelosi them rather than a black victim or perpetrator in a jail. We've seen it. We've seen it. And these people will never ever admit that. And I'm spitting none but facts right now. Nothing but truths. I just call it how I see it. They have a problem being accountable. But I don't have a problem telling the truth. I don't have a problem telling the truth. That is the only reason they are mad right now. That whole prosecution know that they are reaching. They are wasting taxpayers' money. They know that Austin was a bully. This ain't their first time hearing this. I guarantee they done got phone calls home from Austin about Austin and Hunter being bullies in school. This ain't the first time. Release them school transcripts. Huh? Release those school transcripts. Let's see what they say. Let's see what they say. I guarantee it. Yeah, couldn't say hello or even let them think you're whistling at their women. Exactly. Exactly. So we know what playbook this is, man. We know what playbook this is. And that's why I tell y'all this is going to be bigger than Rodney King or George Floyd. Because Rodney King and George Floyd, it was a white man and white people doing it to a black person. And that's what they're used to. They're proud of that. That is a source of their Confederate flag and their white supremacy, their white nationalism, and they want to be superiority. Their self-proclaimed superiority. Oh, that feeds the ego, ladies and gentlemen. But when you got a black person doing it to a white person in this country, oh, they can't have that. That don't fit their narrative. That make them look weak. That makes them look like the black folks control this country. Huh? That make it look like the black people telling you F around and find out I wish you would. Huh? That makes them look inferior rather than superior. They're not having that. That's what all of this is about. That is what all of this is about, ladies and gentlemen.
Not going, you assaulted him, period. But they did beat him. And if you look at the, not the photo that Fox 4 put out, because that was one that they actually edited. I have the emails to prove it. But the actual Collin County one, you can see the webs and stuff on his eye. You can see the bridge of his nose is swollen. You can see the webs under his neck. And so that's the reason why they edited the one from Fox and kind of airbrushed it. And you can see they put the.
So they edited the video. They aired this video on Fox. Wait a minute. They aired this video on Fox. They aired the video on Fox. I'm gonna find this footage. I'm gonna find this footage. They aired the video on Fox. Jurors watch stabbing video. Do y'all show it at any time? Is that it? Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm looking for the footage. If it's out there, I definitely want to see it. And I'm not even seeing it on Fox News. I'm not even seeing it on Fox News. Let me check Court TV. I don't think they're going to release that footage. I don't know. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. And TMZ would have definitely released it. And I haven't saw anything from TMZ unless someone wants to check. But TMZ would have definitely bought the footage.
All right, happening today, the murder trial.
No, it's just, that's not where I was. Where was I at?
He was defending himself, and
that's not where I was either. I done lost my place trying to find this footage, man. I done lost my place. Is this it? Yeah, that's it. Okay. Yeah, if anyone see that footage,
Okay, so now that you've seen that, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this, you know? And I know a lot of different people want to see this different ways, you know what I'm saying? The thing that I really want to say is I hate that this had to happen, and I hate that, you know, he brought that weapon to school, you know, allegedly. Now, the things that people are saying is just so crazy and disheartening, you know what I'm saying? But when somebody does lose their life, it's kind of understandable why they're saying what they're saying. So I don't want to just be too deep into all of that, but I do want to say, man, the way that people are trying to basically throw this young man up under the bus for defending himself is crazy to me, but I do understand the knife part. And I'm going to continue saying this because I'm not here to pick no sides and no shit like this, but I just want to say you need to teach your kids to keep their goddamn hands to themselves, for one. No matter what the circumstances may be, if they ain't touched you, don't touch them. Sticks and stones may break your bones, but words won't hurt you, so chill. And also, you got to teach your kids it's a certain level and a certain way to protect yourself. You go to certain...
And teach them it's a chain of damn command. If Austin felt that uncomfortable with Carmelo being underneath that tent after he was advised by an administrator to get out of the weather, then he should have went to a coach or someone rather than trying to take the law into his own hands. And I question where Austin saw this behavior at, because we know that his dad is not a saint. We know, what was his name? Jeffrey Metcalf or something? We know that he was not a saint. We know exactly why the mama divorced him and what he did to them as babies. That's been out there. So we know where this behavior comes from. This is DNA right here.
Certain extents when it's necessary. Now, he may have felt that way. So that's what people got to take into account. Also, with him being a young man that's not fully grown and fully experienced with life,
you know, when I'm cooking, when I'm steaming my broccoli,
instance, but I know a lot of different people would react in that same way. Now, I know if you put your hands on me, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, broccoli in a daily V8 is a good, you know, it's a good thing, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Steam up that broccoli. You know what I mean? Steam up that broccoli.
It's that. I don't give a damn. But if you want mutual combat, you know, then it is what it is. This was a mutual combat. So I feel like people just need to let the system do their job, you know. But I understand people trying to take sides and want the best for their own perspective. Now, this is the other guy with...
It's open and it's outstanding. The all-new Rick Hendrick Honda, just off I-75. named Grogu. Travel the galaxy. You get an epic stash.
What he had to say took place in court and what he seen.
I wonder if Austin had lived and survived through this tragedy. I wonder if they'd be charging Austin with assault or battery or something. I wonder, bullying, something. I wonder if there would have been any consequences for Austin. I wonder. I wonder. I wonder. And for everybody who's saying, oh, an all white jury doesn't matter, yes, the hell it does. Yes, the hell it does. Why won't they give an all black jury to these police, you know what I mean, who unalive black people? Huh? Why? Why didn't George Zimmerman get an all black jury? Because they knew that his ass would have been convicted. They know this. Why didn't Daniel Wilson get that? They know his ass would have been convicted. Why didn't Amber come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Y'all know. Y'all know the play-by-play, man. Y'all just play stupid. Y'all know the truth. This is common sense logic. This is common sense logic. What other way to guarantee a conviction of this young man who done took a white life in this white nationalist country we live in? Yeah, get an all-white jury. We won't fail you, boss. We're on the job, boss. We got him. We got him, boss. They understand the assignment. You know what I mean? That's all this is. This is cold, ladies and gentlemen. This is cold. And I keep telling y'all, it's funny how these people can always stay on cold even when they're wrong. But we can't even get on cold even when we're in the right. This is crazy. This is crazy work.
Another video footage.
With the locks of his hair that got taken out as well.
Let's go right now to someone who was inside of that courtroom listening to these opening statements. No cameras, but we have our eyes and ears inside of the courtroom. Cody Thomas joins us now live outside of the courthouse in McKinney, Texas. Cody, good to see you. Tell me about those opening statements. First of all, what was it like being inside of the courthouse for those?
Well, yeah, Julia, as we know this judge is really laying down the law inside that courtroom, being very strict on how people code too.
I want Shud the Builder to have an all-black jury, a black judge, black bailiffs. I want everything black. I want the inside of his cell black. I want his cellmates black. I want everything he consumes off of his lunch tray to be black. You know what I mean? I want y'all to see how it feels. While y'all are busy complaining, I hope Shud the Builder I hope the bar soap they give him on commissary is black. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand. I want Chud the Builder to sleep as much as he can, because even when that boy sleep, all he see is black. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand. J Dub, what's good? I know you understand. I know you understand. Yeah, if Chud had an all-black jury, you think they out there campaigning for Ethan Dalton, what's his name? Dalton Etherly now. You know what I'm saying? Talking about free Chud now. Boy, Jake Lang will really be crying having babies. Let Chud the Builder end up with black. They got this boy in public. He's in, I can't even get it out, y'all. He's in protective custody right now. No, let him out. What y'all chipping out for? Let him out. Put that boy in general population. Put him in general population. Why won't y'all do that? Why won't y'all do that? Did he check in? That boy lift weights. He Chud the Builder. He big and bad on the streets with the pew-pew. You know what I'm saying? He got his mace, his camera. He got his little racist white Kentucky Fried Chicken ass mustache. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he big and bad. I put that boy in general population. He over 6 feet. Put him in general population. He a grown ass man. He knew what he was doing on the streets. You know what I'm saying? Why y'all want to protect him in the jail? He ain't in jail for going to church on Sundays. He not in jail for catching the Holy Ghost. You know what I mean? Put that boy in general population. Put him in general population. If he's a pedophile, you'll do it. You put Jeffrey Epstein in general population. You damn sure did. You damn sure did. Put that boy in general population. Let's watch that boy chimp out. That's all I'm saying. Yes, Carmelo Anthony is the victim. He certainly is. Most certainly. I agree with you, Queen. Most certainly. Most certainly. But they spent the narrative. You know, they got to make black look bad. If it comes down to making white look bad or black look bad, they're going to use black for their scapegoat. We know. We know. Carmelo did everything right. Carmelo even ran to a coach Carmelo dropped the weapon. Carmelo stood there until authorities got there. Carmelo said, I'm not alleged. I did do it. Carmelo did everything right, including being raised right by his parents and everything. But had them damn Epsteins raised they goddamn thugs right, Carmelo wouldn't be going through this. He wouldn't be going through this. You know what I'm saying? Had them vampires raised they goddamn seeds right, Carmelo wouldn't be going through this. Mm-hmm. Real talk. Because Carmelo is indeed the victim here. He's indeed the victim. All the police reports, all the witness accounts from the opening statements deem Carmelo to be the witness. But just because a white guy lost his life, they lost a white son, oh, now Austin's the victim. No, Austin got exactly what the hell he deserved. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Some people really have to fuck around and find out. And Austin fucked around and find out. Now watch this. Here's the positive takeaway from this. I bet your Hunter be a good boy the rest of his life. I bet your Hunter would never put his hands on another brother or sister again. I bet your Hunter got the memo. I bet, not Hunter. Ain't that his name? Yeah, Hunter Metcalf. I bet you he got the memo. I bet you he got the memo. So thank you, Carmelo, for standing on business, and may the ancestors stand on business with you, Carmelo. May they protect you. May you walk free, brother. May you walk free, brother. May you walk free, brother. We gonna manifest that for you right now, brother, because you stood on business in the time in the country where we needed just that. Where we needed just that. You were surrounded by 4 bullies. 4. You even got black people taking a stand lying on this man. Just because they went to school with the doggone white bully, y'all. You know what I'm saying? They went to school with the white bully. May the ancestors protect this brother and bring him home safe. Keep him home safely. May his record be wiped clean. May his future still be as bright as it was before April 5th of last year, ladies and gentlemen. Real talk. Real talk. We gonna manifest that.
And from the courtroom, and about us as media using electronics, he even admonished members of the gallery for whispering to each other, saying if he caught somebody whispering again, I didn't see anybody whispering, but he just said if he saw that again, they'd keep them out. He'd kick them out permanently. But Julia, to touch on those opening statements, of course, the prosecution is continuing the narrative that we've heard from the beginning since April of 2025 that Carmelo Anthony was under that tent for no good reason. He was just there, and then Austin Metcalf and his friends came up to approach him to say, get out from under the tent, to which Carmelo Anthony, the prosecution says, got a great...
That's what I'm talking about right there, Regina. Uplifting good fortune and favor to him. That's what I'm talking about. I believe he was in a predominant white school. I believe Carmelo was being bullied. You know what I mean? I don't even think he was being bullied because he was small. I think he was being bullied because he was small and black. Y'all know them big old whole cow eating ass country white boys, man. Y'all know. Y'all know you can't even get him a steak out there. You gotta get him the whole damn cow. You know what I'm saying? Them big old beef old Brady fed white boys. Y'all know how it is out there in that country, man. You know what I'm saying? We push lawnmowers. Them boys push tractors to cut them acres. They ain't riding the tractors. They pushing the tractors, y'all. Them big old country cornbread fed white boys. Ain't nobody got time to play with them, man. That's why weapons exist. I'm gonna be honest. That's why weapons exist. That's why weight classes exist and weapons. You know what I'm saying? It's always a way to chop down a tree. You just got to have the heart to chop that SOB down. And well, Carmelo had the heart. You know what I'm saying? Carmelo had the heart. Real talk. Carmelo had the heart.
Reached in that bag, pulled out a knife, and stabbed Austin Metcalf. But the defense in their opening statements painted a different picture. They began by humanizing Carmelo Anthony, talking about how he had 2 jobs in high school, how he was, a brother, a son, an oldest brother, how he was a 3.7 GPA A student in school. Just really painting him out to be a good human being before diving into their version of the facts of the case. Now, of course, we've heard that statement from eyewitnesses or a witness on the stand or unbound.
3.7 GPA. I ain't never heard that about Austin or Hunter. And y'all still don't think Carmelo was smart enough? Huh? If Carmelo could have gotten out of that situation, y'all don't think that brother was smart enough to keep himself out of trouble? Huh? But sometimes when trouble finds you and it backs you into a corner, and all you have to do is just weather the storm. See, he was under that tent because he was trying to weather the storm. And then he was being bullied and he's outnumbered. How does he weather this storm? By evening the damn odds, making one a believer. Y'all notice he only had to jug one and make the other three stand the fuck down, right? Y'all notice he only had to jug one to make the other three stand the fuck down, right? But there's accounts of all four of them getting off on Carmelo before Carmelo stood on business. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Sometimes you gotta punch a bully right in the damn mouth, man. Yeah, man. Mm-hmm. True definition of self-defense, as Sister Regina just said in my ear. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. True definition of self-defense. That's what it is. That's what we're dealing with in this country, ladies and gentlemen.
Saying in the area saying that Carmelo reached into the bag saying, "Touch me if you want to," or "See what happens if you touch me," and that's what led when Austin pushed him, he stabbed him in the chest. But the defense attorney says it was more of a, as long as you don't touch.
Wait a minute. Why ain't these other three assailants being charged, being reprimanded for surrounding Carmelo and bullying? Why ain't we heard their names? What's been going on with them? You know, did they graduate? Did they get suspended? Are they wearing any charges? What's going on with the other three? Huh? What's going on with the other three? See, mainstream media tell lies. That is fake news. They had us believing that it was just Austin and his brother Hunter. Truth is, it was four of them. Four of them. Right. Make the leader bigger, an example, and the rest will back off. Exactly. That's cold. That's cold. That's cold, ladies and gentlemen. That's law. That's law. So this brother stood on business, man. This brother did nothing wrong. He even handled this exceptionally. This brother knows how to respond in the face of danger. He knows how to respond at a critical time of thinking. This brother can respond and be alert. This gonna be a hell of a guy, man. Carmelo is that dude, man. When you that young and you got it together like this already, you ran to a coach. You didn't run away. Grown men would run away. You have to issue a warrant. Look for them forever. They on America's Most Wanted. They everywhere. You know what I'm saying? You got to look for them. Look at them boys that escaped from that jail in New Orleans or Louisiana. Them. You know what I'm saying? How long did they have to look for Derrick Groves and what's the other dude's name, man? I can't even think of the other dude's name. The one that stayed on the internet all the time, the little light-skinned dude with the tattoos. How long they had to look for them, man? Carmelo ran straight to the authorities. Carmelo ran straight to the authority and didn't even lie about it. My man say, "I'm not alleged. I did it." Come on, man. That compliments how great his parents raised him too, ladies and gentlemen. This brother told the truth when he really should have lied. How many of us really would have told the truth? You know what I'm saying? How many of us really would have told the truth and owned up to that? We would have been like, "I plead the fifth. I ain't saying nothing. I'm not going to self-incriminate me." This brother, come on, man. Come on, man. We got to give this brother his credit. We have got to give his brother his credit, man. What up, Sean? What's up, Sean? We got to give his brother his credit, man. So they're busy demonizing this young brother, but this young brother stood on business. And this is exactly what we needed in this country due to the hostile, racist environment that society places us in unwillingly and involuntarily, ladies and gentlemen. It happens whether we like it and or not. We just have to respond to it. And well, most black people have this "I love Jesus, turn the other cheek" mentality. Notice I said most black people, not all black people. Some black people actually stand on business. Some black people gonna put them paws on you. You know what I'm saying? And still go home and pray to Jesus for forgiveness after the damage is done. But the work gonna get done too. You gonna get that blessing. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get that blessing. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen.
Me will be cool. implying that, everything's fine. I understand there's a verbal altercation going on here, but just don't put your hands on me. So that was the narrative the defense painted there. They also said that Carmelo was under the tent because he was seeing somebody he was familiar with, a friend of his.
Okay, that's another good talking point that came out. Okay, so Carmelo was underneath this tent because he saw someone he recognized, one of his friends. Ladies and gentlemen, I ran track from elementary school all the way up into high school, and I always chilled with my buddies during these track meets. During these track meets, I always chilled with my buddies. We were under everyone's tent, you know, and I agree with something I heard Kwame Brown say. I didn't want to chill under my tent with the girls I went to school with. Hell, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole group of new girls over there from a new school. Let me go out here and check out these new shorties over here under this tent. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what y'all school working with. We was teenagers, y'all. We was teenagers. Stop acting like y'all ain't never been teenagers, man. I understand some of y'all grown and some of y'all still act like teenagers, but damn, come on, we got to grow up, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
Still girlfriend now, somebody he'd been acquainted with, somebody he recognized. And then they walked through some of that video, Julia, showing that Carmelo Anthony was under the tent for about 2 minutes before Metcalf, his twin brother, and their friends got to the tent. And the whole ordeal went down in about 4.5 minutes of both parties being under that tent, Julia. But again, emotional out here. I'm looking around it here. There's a lot more demonstrators than there were yesterday.
Austin was not supposed to be at the track meet. His coach said it. His coach said it in the trial. He said Austin and his brother Hunter had left a track meet early. And because they left the track meet early, the coach let them know that they were not needed for this particular track meet, basically punishing them, saying you left the last one early, we don't need you for this one. They showed up anyways, I guess, to support the team, and this happened. So while they were busy lying, saying that Carmelo wasn't supposed to be there, it was actually, the white thug that wasn't supposed to be there. It was Austin. And think about it. Had Austin not been there, Austin would still be alive. Isn't that something to think about, ladies and gentlemen? Had Austin followed directions and not Kane, he would still be alive. Had Austin kept his hands to himself, he would still be alive. Sounds like Austin had many warnings. It sounds like Austin had many warnings. Y'all say, where's the grave site since they want to play? I ain't doing that, y'all. I ain't doing that, y'all. I ain't on that, y'all. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that.
During jury selection.
Regina says, hey, share this live. Like and share and subscribe.
And so, each side is here. It's a polarizing case, of course, that has got many headlines across this country. But those opening statements were definitely powerful on either side.
Notes, Cody. We're so fortunate that you've been able to share with us what is happening inside of that courtroom. Tell us more about the surveillance video, because your notes on this were very interesting. What were you able to see? And then I also understand there was a reaction from the victim's family.
Either way it goes, all right, there's going to be a civil unrest when this verdict is delivered. This country is going to see a civil unrest. And I've said it like 3 times now. It's going to be bigger than George Floyd. It's going to be bigger than Rodney King. You know why? Because it is a white man. They lost a white son at the hands of a black brother. I'm telling y'all, no matter how this goes, it's going to be crazy. You know what I'm saying? White people are going to be hoorah, hoorah, yay, because Carmelo gets convicted. Black people are going to be pissed. If Carmelo walks free, white people are going to be pissed. Black people are going to be happy. And we already know how white people can tear shit up. We already know how white people can tear shit up. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. White bullies was at the track meet. What girl did the bullies was there to see? I don't know. I'm not going to make up a lie. I don't know. I never said nothing about a girlfriend. I said he had a friend that he saw that was under the tent. And he ducked up under the tent. They even said that in the trial. You know what I'm saying? They better come correct because we already ready this time. I hope we ready.
When that was being played. Ghost your ROI worries. Ooh. Spend smarter. Snapchat ads.
This is what everyone is talking about.
Everything's on the table.
This is what champions come to take.
Yeah, Julia. So that's in the opening statement. They were referencing surveillance video, and of course, everyone wants to see video. We haven't seen anything. There's been a gag order on this case since the very beginning last year. So they start playing this video. There are 5 different angles of the video.
So if there's a gag order on the video, then somebody tell me how the hell this other guy saw the video. How did this other guy see the video?
Getting walked through from testimony by the forensic video analyst, and they were very wide angle videos, Julia, and the witness had to talk about how he had to use this software to zoom in and try to make the video as clear as possible. And even then, Julia, I won't lie, it still looked very fuzzy and hazy. It definitely sets the scene. You can see what's going on, but even the prosecution distinctly said that you won't be able to uniquely identify anyone, but they referred to
so how did this other witness give an account of seeing everything so clearly that he so masterfully described in the video? See, something's not adding up here. That's too much broccoli, ladies and gentlemen. Too much broccoli. Let them be upset over their own son of a white supremacist. Metcalf's father is a white supremacist. Yeah, he is. He is.
Carmelo on the video as the person of interest, and they referred to Austin Metcalf as the victim.
That mama don't look like she like black people either, though. I'm telling you. That mama darn sure look like she got some racism embedded in her. I'm telling you. I believe it. I believe it. I believe it, ladies and gentlemen. I wholeheartedly believe it. And if you know these people in this country, and you know them when you see them, you'd be a dummy not to believe it, man. You don't ignore red flags. No red flags come back and bite you in your ass later.
Of course, as the forensic analyst has digested this video and dissected it and pointed out everything that we need to know, going through shoes and the type of clothing they were wearing. So we identified who each person was in the video, even though they kind of just looked like humanoid blobs. But you see, one thing that stood out to me, Julie, is that, I'm very familiar with track meets. I was under the impression that, when you go to a championship track meet, you have multiple tents on the same side of the bleachers. But in this video, because it's early in the morning, just before 10 a.m. when all this happened, the high school where all this went down, Memorial High School.
I like that. I like that. Yop says, they hate us so much but can't stop watching NBA and NFL. Money Mike, what's good, pimp? Money Mike say, let's hit that like button and subscribe button. Lady Lorraine Art comes back and says, they like blacks as entertainment. That is so true. That is so true. That's all we've ever been, is entertainment. Them unaliving us is entertainment. Them purging us is entertainment. Them oppressing us is entertainment. Them changing the congressional voting maps is entertainment. This whole trial is entertainment to them. Y'all don't understand? Lady Lorraine just nailed it. It's all entertainment.
It's just an isolated tent in the bleachers by itself. There were no surrounding, schools or anything in the general area. You saw some schools walking in, but I guess, the meet was just starting. But anyway, they identified Carmelo walking up the bleachers, kind of walking towards the tent. He kind of goes towards someone, and you see him standing there for a couple of minutes. Then you see Austin Metcalf, his twin brother, and his friends walking up and getting under the tent. And then once everything's happening under the tent, it just kind of looks like a blob of people. You can't really make out anything that's really going on for 5.
Well, we've heard that before. We've heard that. I think I've touched on that. Now, I want to give y'all an account that we learned last night.
A 14-year-old black kid outside of his store.
Now, listen to these accounts. Let's debunk and revisit some truths. All right? And then I'm going to go to my main content here. But let's debunk this, y'all. Check this out.
Says he didn't steal anything from his store. Follow him outside of his store, walk him, chase him down, and then shot him in the back. Went to trial and got found not guilty on a jury of no black people. Right? So when black folks see that, they tell you, okay, there's a 2-tier justice system here. All right? Rules that apply to thee do not apply to we. All right? the rules that apply to some, like again, other minority groups and some races do not apply to us. Dominant society has different rules. Other minority groups have different rules. We don't have that luxury. You could follow somebody down. You could stalk them. You could hunt them down, shoot them in the back, and say you fear for your life because you thought they had a gun. So when they see this Carmelo Anthony trial, they're like, hold on, bro, this trial ain't much different than, right, like the Cyrus Carmel Belton. If that Asian man can get off for shooting that 14-year-old in the back after stalking him, then Carmelo Anthony should get off, right? That's the mentality, right?
That's the mentality, but let's be honest. Last time someone stalked a black child and took their life, they got off. George Zimmerman. George Zimmerman. Let's be honest. But no one ever said if it happens to a black man, that black man was going to get off. You know, their justice and our justice is a whole different type of justice. You know, our justice is more like just us. It's just us. It's just us that this always happens to. You know, the yellow man's son shot the black child. The yellow father took the fall.
Now, of a large percent of Black America, they're fed up. Now, I'll be real with y'all. My mind isn't made up in this Carmelo Anthony trial. I'm literally watching this trial as if I'm a juror trying to figure out what took place, trying to figure out if it's self-defense. Because before the trial started, the things that came out had me thinking, man, Carmelo, you did kind of bad, homie. You wilding out, son. Right? You did bad. But then day one of trial, after the opening statements, which we're about to review from the prosecutors and the defense, Carmelo Anthony's self-defense case is looking a tad bit stronger. So the prosecutors start off their opening statement overselling. Even the professionals and the analysts who were saying Carmelo Anthony is cooked last week is saying, bro, after the opening statements, bro, the prosecutors, like, it sounds like they are over-promising something they can't deliver on. And once more details come up.
Yeah, was that like Latasha Harling or something like that? Yeah. And the judge was white and even sentenced her, found her guilty of manslaughter, but gave her probation and all type of other crap. She didn't see her as a repeat offender and all this. This is a time for healing and this and that would cause the. Are you kidding me? I told you that's the only time they walk free is when they off one of us, y'all. It's when they off one of us, y'all. That's the only time these people walk free. Look at Tulsa, Oklahoma. All them walk free. Look at Rosewood, Florida. All them walk free. Look at Seneca. All them walk free. Hell, look at Jim Crow. The whole goddamn government walked free. Look at slavery. The whole goddamn government walked free. Come on, y'all. It's only a free ride when you do it to us, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to get y'all to condition y'all minds to let you know that you are a target. You are a target. Your black is a target. Your athleticism is a target. Your resilience is a target. The way you wear your hair is a target because they can't do their hair like that. They can't withstand the sun like that. They can't jump high like that. They can't run fast like that. They can't dance like that. Understand what I'm saying to you. You know the chosen people when you are the chosen people because the chosen people are the only people who stay oppressed all the damn time. Somebody better talk black up in here, man. Somebody better talk black up in here, man. Huh? Yeah. Somebody better put some melanin on it, man. Because I'm giving y'all facts. They would dare to say that I'm racist. No. I'm far from racist. I love everybody. I'm just blunt. I'll call it out for what it is. I'll address the elephant in the room. That's the only way to start and to hold a conversation. I'll call it for what it is. I'm not going to spare someone who is not interested in sparing me. You should not spare anyone who is not interested in sparing you. if everything that they do is delegated to you being basically like how can I put this, on a receiving end of something non-beneficial, then why would you rock with that? Why would you save a life that wouldn't save your life? Why would you give blood to someone who wouldn't give blood to you? Why would you raise someone's children as we did, who's only interested in unaliving our children? Ooh, I just said something. We did raise their children. Black women nurtured their children. Look what they're doing to ours. Ooh, Ashe.
About why Carmelo Anthony was under the tent, why he was there, who was he talking to?
Yeah, that was deep.
Things of that order, the series of events.
I'm telling you, I be speaking sometimes, y'all, but I swear the ancestors be upon me, y'all. Because I would have never thought to say nothing like that. Even it caught my attention. I can't believe I just said it. You know, that was deep. I can't believe I think, man, listen, I think the ancestors walk with me, homie. I think the ancestors walk with me. I see Brother Nat Turner. I see Brother Medgar Evers. I see Brother Malcolm X. Those are the three that I walk with daily. Daily. I can identify the three. If you watch close, you'll see them come out in me in the live stream. One was victimized as a child, like at 14 years old, Medgar Evers. And I always talk about how these people victimize us. One was revolutionary, says you got to stop singing and start swinging. That would be Brother Malcolm. Right? And Nat Turner got so sick and tired of seeing this happen to his people. The first chance he got to return the favor, no matter what the numbers were, that brother stood on business. Oh yeah, Ashe to that. Ashe to that.
It's looking more like self-defense, to be honest. Even the type of knife he had doesn't appear to be something you would unusually not have in your bag.
Alternates, here's a portion of the prosecution's opening statement. They told this jury, we are all here because Carmelo Anthony decided to take a knife to a high school track meet and provoke another young man who he didn't know into touching him, holding an already open knife in his hand and plunging it into his heart. They went on to say that this man decided to commit an unjustified provoked murder and that this case has nothing to do with race. This is not self-defense. Let's talk about the prosecution's beginning of their case in front of this jury. With us, we have our guest, former prosecutor Nicole DeBoard, criminal defense attorney Joanna Nieves, and criminal defense attorney Mario Gallucci. It's so good to have you all on.
The Black Panthers, Fred Hampton. Y'all, they had to make up policies for that. COINTELPRO took all of our black civil rights abolitionists, our greats out of here, y'all. COINTELPRO. They always come up with a method, y'all. And we always seem to fail at coming up with a method. I don't understand. If we invented everything and we can prove that we're smarter than them because they stole all of our inventions and we built everything and we're... How the hell we can't beat them? How the hell they keep staying a step ahead of us? How the hell we ain't came up with a way to hold these vampires at bay yet? This is the type of stuff I think about, man. This is the type of stuff I think about, man.
Mario, let me get your thoughts on this first. I've been hearing you talk about it all day with Ted, but when you hear this fact that the prosecution says they have, that the knife was open inside of the bag, how compelling is that to this case?
Celebrate Father's Day with every cast, catch, and memory at Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's.
Here's how to go from $300 a month on AC to almost $0. We built this portable cooling system.
So, I mean, the prosecution's trying to make it seem like he went there with an open knife in his bag to cause a problem. I don't see it that way. It's a pocket knife. We're not talking about a machete. We're not talking about a dagger. We're not talking about a switchblade. We're talking about, an ordinary pocket knife that's used on a daily basis to do whatever utility you need to be done. So just by and I believe you're going to hear this from the defense, just by the virtue of there being an...
Okay, Sean says, WS. All right, the W supremacist. should learn to keep their hands to themselves. They have the devil's contract. All right, Sister Regina Meyer says, we need to start putting in petitions and applying for bills and agents and laws to be created like they do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And we need to be going after this government for reparations. This right here should be all a part of our recreation package. Right here. Right here. Even what happened to the little baby in the case of Shiloh Hendricks on the playground, her calling him the N-word multiple times. This can all go into that reparations pack, y'all. These are all, you know what I'm saying, like, these are all like declassified documents. It's evidence, y'all. It's there. You can see it. This is nationwide. Everyone knows about it. Everyone. This is crazy.
Pocket knife in a bag doesn't mean that he went there with the intent to harm someone. And I think that that's what's going to come out.
The Black Boule is busy talking against Carmelo. The Black Boule is busy talking against Black. The Black Boule is busy talking against the FBA. The Black Boule is all in the church right now. The Black Boule is part of your Democratic shields. The Black Boule are some of your conservative grifters. You know, we can't stand with the Black Boule. We can't stand with them.
On the defense side, once we get this trial up and running.
And Joanna, what do you think about the theory that the prosecution has that Carmelo?
What good is reparations if the laws don't change? Listen, I don't need their laws to change for them to grant me reparations and for me and mine to have a better life. And for me to make investments and own my own. For me to have my own land, you know what I mean? That's miles away from anyone. Or for me just be able to get the hell up out of this country around from the evil. You know what I mean? I can care less about their laws changing. I care more about them changing that one specific law. Pay those reparations, evil, and level the economic playing field for black people in this country, and watch our smoke. We've shown it to them many of times. Even during the times of the Black Wall Street, we were already 2 and 3 times richer than white people then, which is what prompted them to really burn it down. The lie that Sarah Page told was just the jump start of it all. You know what I mean? Was just the jump start of it all. But we were already richer than them. We had our own airports. We had our own manufacturing companies. We had our own name brands, our own doctors, banks. You know what I mean? We had our own metal workers, and we had it. There was nothing that we needed except for them to leave us alone. And just like that, overnight, over 36 blocks of excellence, sweat, and hard work was destroyed by kerosene bombs and mobs of angry white men with guns and torches. Yeah. Yeah, see, I get deep with this. I know my history, man. You know what I'm saying? But what is his name? O.W. Gurley? I think the guy that bought all of that and so told him to only sell it to black people, the guy who bought the land, I think his name was O.W. Gurley. Someone looked that up. I think his name was O.W. Gurley. So I get deep with this history, y'all. When I tell you I read. And for some reason, this mind right here is able to just, if I'm wrong, I'm close. I know his last name was Gurley. I think it was O.W. Gurley or something like that bought the land in Tulsa, Oklahoma, for them to sell it to black people 36 blocks so that we could, yeah, it was intentional. And he was rich. I think he came out of Dallas or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I really do this, y'all. I really do this. I really do this. I believe he came out of Texas. I really do this.
Anthony's position all along was to get someone to do something so that he could kill them. Do you think that's effective? And is Carmelo Anthony going to have to take the stand to combat that?
Hi, Julia. I definitely think there's a damage that happens when you kind of over exaggerate and emphasize things that aren't necessarily going to be consistent with what the defense is going to put forward. Carmelo Anthony was a good student. He worked. He came from a good family. He's got a support system. He participated in athletics. And you want the jury.
No, I don't think they're saying that, Shawnee. I think what they're saying is they can tell at the point in that fuzzy video where Carmelo might have reached in his bag for it. I think that's what they're trying to articulate, but I don't understand that either. If it's fuzzy, and even the humans look like fuzzy little blogs, as they put it, how can you depict from that video the very moment that Carmelo? I mean, but we know that the Chucky was involved. You know what I'm saying? We know, but facts. W supremacists got jealous over separation, and we survived and thriving. After reparations, we would separate from them in all aspects. Exactly. We need to separate before. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know my chant: reparations and segregation. Y'all know my chant. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I done learned all I need to know. I done been through all I need to go through. I'm good, man. When somebody show you who they are, believe them. Nobody can change my narrative for me. I lost my grandmother that way. I'm seeing this stuff still happening in the world. I'm good with these people, y'all. I'm good with these people. Like I just don't want to be around them. I don't want any dealings with them. I don't even want dealings with some of my own people. That's why I always reference good folks. That's why I always reference good folks. I don't even want dealings or want to be around some of my own people because they don't think straight either. You know, I just want to be comfortable. I want to be at peace. At peace. I want to go back to doing to others as you would have them do unto you. Real talk. Yeah, all skin folk ain't kin folk, man. I tell it like it is, man. I sit here and sound pro-black all day, but trust me, it's some black folks I don't want to be fucked up with either. Real talk.
To believe that he really came to school with the intention of, or a track meet with the intention of murdering somebody. I think that's a far stretch of the imagination.
I don't think even Jake Lang, if you hooked him up to a lie detector test and forced him to tell the truth, I don't even think he would tell you that Carmelo Anthony woke up that day.
Carmelo will have his victory. We're going to manifest that. If ain't nobody else rooting for that brother, I'm rooting for that brother. I've been following this case since it happened last year. I was covering Jose Ramirez and Cody, something Cason Anthony or something. Cason something. But all this happened around the same time. Y'all go look up the Joe Ramirez case. Now I got to get that brother's name right. See, I done covered so much stuff. Because I believe that case happened in Texas too. These cases happen right down the road from each other. So I definitely remember covering this last year. I did some videos on it. Joe Ramirez, I remember his name. Joe Ramirez. Cason something. Cason Allison. That happened in Texas too. Right down the road. So I definitely remember this. I was paying attention to both of these cases. You know what I mean? Both of these cases. Thank you for hitting the like button.
To go ahead and kill somebody. Like Carmelo Anthony didn't wake up that day and say, "Yo, I'm gonna put this knife in my bag so I could use it on somebody at the track meet." That's a far stretch. Now, unfortunately, in Texas, though, you don't have to prove premeditated murder. You only have to prove intent within the moment, right? And that's the difference between, let's say, Texas and other states. Other states,
which is why I still don't think Carmelo will be convicted, because Carmelo was never intending to unalive him. Carmelo even told the coach that, you know, that Austin was going to be okay. He wasn't gonna pass away. He's going to be okay. You know, he was concerned. He was asking. He just wanted to keep this big bully off of him. Y'all notice Austin was the one that put his hands on him the most, and Austin was the one that got jugged, y'all. Austin got what was coming to him either way. Austin wasn't even supposed to be at the track meet. Austin wasn't supposed to be under his own tent, ladies and gentlemen.
You got to prove this was planned. In Texas, you got to prove that when he pulled out that knife on Austin Metcalf, his intent was to murder Austin Metcalf, which I think even that is a hard stretch to prove, to be honest. Now, like during this trial, or like within like the opening statements, they was even able to prove, and they actually confessed to this in their opening statement, that Carmelo Anthony went under the tent, A, because it was raining heavy, and then 2, he had a friend under the tent. So he already had a friend he knew in the tent, so he went under the tent and was talking to his friend. Austin Metcalf came into the tent wanting to be the dictator, right? Like the grand leader of the tent, and decided he wanted to kick Carmelo Anthony out, which, like most people, you come under a tent, somebody is talking to their homie, the homie belongs under the tent, y'all having a conversation, you don't come under the tent. Hey, bro, you gotta leave the...
They were football players and they were track. They were track athletes. That happens around the same time. I remember having to go from one to the other. It happens around the same time. Even I remember having to go from one to the other. Or you had to be at football practice so many days, but you had to be at track practice so many days too. But football practice is tied into the same cardio for track, so sometimes they'll give you a pass for either or, but you just had to be present if you were going to participate. You know what I mean?
Check now. Like, what are you, like the... Right? Well, like the all-knowing dictator of the tent and who belongs under the tent? Like, it's just a stupid kid argument that shouldn't have resulted in somebody dying. But the series of events doesn't make Carmelo Anthony look like a troublemaker.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just not coming in, please hit that like button. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. I've watched so many people come in and out of here. We've got the same number of likes, ladies and gentlemen. Help a brother out. Help a brother out. You know, look at that like button. If it ain't lit up, you know what I'm saying? If it ain't lit up, please like, share, and subscribe, y'all. Please like, share, and subscribe. We are on the road to 5,000 subscribers. Please like, share, subscribe, and pick a membership package while you're at it. They're relatively cheap. I've seen a lot more expensive membership packages on other YouTubers' platforms. You know, we ain't trying to hurt nobody. We just trying to find the support.
He comes under the tent because his homie is there, it's raining. You come under the tent, you see Carmelo Anthony talking to somebody, which is his homie, who you know who belongs under the tent. Right? Carmelo Anthony is in the tent talking to him. Even out of sheer respect for the person you do know that...
I thought so, Sean. I thought I heard that. Hit the bell, hit the bell. Thank you, Regina. Regina say, hit the bell, hit the bell. Oh, somebody found the like button. Thank you. Thank you. Now, we've got about 18 more people in here from the last time I said something. Can we at least get at least 8 of those people to hit the like button? Can we get at least 8 of those people to hit the like button? All right, but back to Sean's point here. Sean Williams says the Metcalf boys had a rep for being bullies at the school. The school called them the twin. Right, exactly. But you know, we can't put that out there to society because it's gonna make the white boy look bad, and we got to make white people look like saints, y'all. You know, we dare not victimize white people. We can't put that out there. It's going to make them look bad. Well, they got to look angelic. They've always got to look in control. They've got to look perfectly flawless. So we can't do that. Why do y'all think they didn't put that video footage out there? A whole year and we never got that video footage. Why? Because it does not paint the narrative of Austin Metcalf that they've painted throughout the media with their BS lies. They know that footage makes Austin look exactly like who the hell he is and was, a damn bully. They know it. They know it. They know it.
under the tent talking to Carmelo Anthony. What do you say? You know, oh, if that's his friend, all right, cool. All right, I'm gonna just leave him alone. But coming under the tent, like trying to bully this kid, trying to attack this kid, right? Putting hands on this kid, trying to forcibly remove this kid, is right. Instead of going and calling an administrator to come and handle the situation, is why we're in a situation right now. We're not in a situation because Carmelo Anthony woke up today trying to kill somebody.
Austin Metcalf, the stabbing victim, and team were under their school tent at that track meet. That Carmelo Anthony went under Metcalf's team tent during bad weather. Metcalf asked Anthony to leave the tent, prompting a fight where Anthony stabbed Metcalf. Mario, I'm going to focus on one part of that actually has come up a lot online by our viewers. Early on, there was a question of why Carmelo would have been under the tent. And I know I mentioned on air even that it could have been because it was raining. And we found out today that both sides say it was raining really bad. And the school that Carmelo...
And they were also under tornado watch. They were also under a tornado watch. Carmelo's team did not have a tent up. These are still students. The weather is bad. Can you imagine how many mothers and fathers and how many guardians would have been at these schools, fussing at these schools, if there wouldn't have been some type of tent up to keep these kids out of those weather conditions? We don't know what health ailments these children deal with. We don't know how quick they catch pneumonia. We don't know how quick they get a common cold. We don't know. We don't know how strong or how weak their immune systems are. We don't know. So imagine.
Anthony went to was not one that had a tent. Is that important? Is the reason that he was under that tent important when we had this issue of the prosecution saying he went there to provoke a murder?
Look, Julia, I can't agree with you more. I mean, it's raining out. There's a tent. You seek shelter. I don't think that the fact that his school did not have a tent has anything to do with it. There was a tent. It was raining. He went there. And we just found out during the opening statements that he actually had a friend in the tent that he met and spoke to. So it's not like, he's...
It sounds like Carmelo was right in everything he did except for having, the tool that he had. And, I'm not even going to say he was wrong for his actions. I'm going to say he was right, and I'm sorry that they're even taking him through this, because if the shoe was on the other foot, man, we just have to get over it and file a civil suit, and Ben Crump will be knocking on somebody's door trying to make some money off of somebody's black baby's death. You know what I'm saying? That's what we would have to do. We would just have to deal with it. But they're not going to take this sitting down. They're not going to take this lying down. And they don't want this image of a black man unaliving a white man in this country, because they don't want other black people to think that this is okay or nearly socially acceptable. No. We have to learn to think like the enemy, ladies and gentlemen. You have to learn how to think like your enemy. What Lil Wayne said, show me my opponent. You have to learn how to think like your enemy. Never underestimate your opponent. You learn how to beat your opponent by studying your opponent, by knowing your opponent, by watching what they do, by mimicking what they do, and being ready for it. Because a tiger never changes its stripes. In every war, every battle is at least 90% mental. They know this. That's why they still control everything.
No tent, and he went there with the forethought to start a fight, provoke a fight, and stab somebody.
1/8 plus 1/8 equals 1/4. 1/2 is bigger than 1/3, and 1/3 is bigger than 1/4.
If this was any other state outside of Texas, he would probably not be on trial for first-degree murder right now, because you would have to prove premeditation.
This is Poetic Flacco. Y'all go subscribe to Poetic Flacco. Sister Regina Myers, thank you. Hey, let's put RM in the chat, y'all. Let's put RM in the chat. Y'all know how I feel anytime that somebody gives something on this platform, makes a contribution. Let's put RM in the chat. I want them acknowledged and recognized. Thank you, Sister Regina Myers, and may the ancestors walk with you.
have to prove he came to the track meet looking to murder Austin Metcalf, when obviously that's not the case. They didn't know each other. He went under the tent because it was raining, not to cause trouble. He went under the tent because his homie was there. Austin Metcalf came and an altercation took place. Now, him stabbing Austin Metcalf, I still can't get on board with. But do I think that this is just cold-blooded? This kid went to kill, like common sense will tell you that's not true at all. Now, we finally got an understanding of what the defense of Carmelo Anthony would be in their opening statement. And here's what they had to say.
But we have Cody Thomas. He's there right now and will be giving us notes throughout the day. This is defense attorney Mike Howard saying self-defense is useless if you wait until it is too late to use it. In that moment, when Austin makes the first physical contact, he reacts in a split, he, meaning Carmelo Anthony, reacts in a split second of fear and chaos.
Okay, Money Mike says, my granddad gave me a pocket knife at the age of 10. Rural people teach their kids how to at 10 years old. Exactly. We need our own power tools. I'm with you.
Well, why didn't he just walk away? There's an answer. After Carmelo defended himself, he ran. He didn't stab twice. He dropped the knife right by the tent on the bleachers. Instead of running to the exit, he goes onto the track and walks right up to a coach and stayed with this coach until that officer arrived. Let's bring back in our panel, see what they think about the defense side of things. Still with us, trial attorney Mario Gallucci, former prosecutor Nicole DeBoard, and criminal defense attorney Joanna.
Come on, man. Y'all see how this brother handled that, man? How can you knock a young man? This man, it's like his spirit, his soul done been here before. That man was so mature how he handled this emergency situation, man. You know what I'm saying? That man made a split-second decision with everything that he did during the midst of chaos and still got a majority of every single goddamn move he made right. Right. Not wrong, right. It's hard to find something wrong about Carmelo. It's like we talking about Black Jesus right now, y'all. It's hard to find something wrong about this brother, man. This brother here probably would have changed the world and probably still will change the world for the better. This is a good brother, man. Salute to his family. Salute to his mom, dad, uncles, brothers, sisters, everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? They did a good job with this young man. Hell, I'll say it. I'm rooting for this young man. I don't want this young man caught up in the system. I don't want this young man right here caught up in the system. No, they always screaming rehab and this and that. Offer the brother some rehab. You know what I'm saying? Something. Y'all didn't lock that lady up. You know what I'm saying? For hitting that little 14, 15-year-old girl in the back of the head over some orange juice in 1991, 92. You know what I'm saying? Y'all convicted her of manslaughter and she ain't do not one bit of time. Y'all said Deborah LaFay, that teacher, was too pretty to go to prison. What did y'all do to her? Gave her all that house arrest and she was around there sleeping with little teenage boys as a school teacher in a school. So why y'all got to ruin this brother's life? Oh, I got multiple examples of this. I got multiple examples of this immunity, y'all. I just don't have examples when it comes to people who look like us. You know, I hope this is the first example with Brother Carmelo. He's went and got help for the bully. That don't sound like a free Carmelo. Yeah. I just can't say that K word, y'all. I can't say that K word. Just say unaliver or something. This makes me feel like we need to segregate. We do. Reparations and segregation. I'm telling you, we do. Because we're never going to win unless it's physical. And no one needs physical because that's more lives lost. And after that, you have to find a way to rebuild and still heal. Right now, we just have to find a way to tolerate these demons and heal in the midst of it. Y'all do not understand what's at stake right now for America and for Black people, y'all. Y'all do not understand the severity of this situation. Y'all don't understand the severity of this verdict right here. You know what I'm saying? White America understands, but I don't think Black America does. See, white America been training. They've been going to target practice. They've been hunting. They've been doing all of this. We ain't been doing shit but making videos. We ain't been doing shit but taking our aggressions out on each other. We ain't been doing shit but talking. We ain't been doing shit but scared to get our J's dirty, our cars dirty. We ain't been doing shit but hustling. That's all we've been doing. Let's be honest. Black people, y'all know I get on our ass too. Y'all know it. We supposed to have been boycotting. We still spending money. One supposed to shop at Target. Still see black people going up in Target. Some black people don't care. They ain't gonna make that sacrifice. They have too much to lose. They got to get up for work the next day. They got to pay for they Mercedes G class. You know what I'm saying? They got to pay for the G-Wagon, y'all. They got to pay for that house, that mortgage. Certain people ain't gonna move. I'm trying to resonate to the people that's gonna move, the people that's tired of being tired, the people that see what's going on and wonder how the hell white America don't see what's going on, and they just tired. Tired. Yeah, I'm talking to them people. I'm talking to the people who's like me, who done lost somebody in their family dealing with people exactly like the people we're talking about right now. I'll say to that. Rest in peace, Grandma Doris, right?
Nieves. Nicole, I'm going to start with you on this one because now we're getting more details, at least from the defense perspective, about what Carmelo Anthony did immediately after the stabbing. How important is that?
I think it's very important, and I think that the prosecution is going to harp on the idea that, well, if you're fleeing, then that we can use that as evidence that you have a consciousness of guilt. What the defense is going to say is exactly what you heard in the opening arguments.
A consciousness of guilt if you flee. No, you run to keep from getting your ass whooped. You were just surrounded by 4. You had to take down one of the biggest ones. You don't think the other ones, including his brother, who is also equally huge as fuck, is angry with you right now? You're gonna stand there and what you gonna say? I'm sorry in the name of Jesus? Huh? What you supposed to say? No weapon formed against me shall prosper? You supposed to stand there and quote scripture and hope that they don't put pause on you? Mother sucker, you supposed to run. What Tupac said, a coward lives 1,000 deaths. A soldier dies but once. All day, every day. You can't change that. That's code. That's law. That's law. The hell they talking about, man? These people don't know what the hell it's like being black, man.
He wasn't fleeing at all. He was running to safety. He was running to the safety of an adult. And
Day one definitely went to Carmelo Anthony and his team. They did a brilliant job. Now it gets even better for Carmelo Anthony. You know the narrative online, man. Carmelo Anthony wasn't even supposed to be at the track meet. He wasn't even supposed to be at the tent. That narrative got actually the on a reverse card. Carmelo Anthony team actually introduced something that I don't think anybody knew or expected. Carmelo Anthony and his attorney, they did an Uno reverse on this narrative. Now, the same people who said Carmelo Anthony is guilty because he wasn't supposed to be at the track meet and he wasn't supposed to be under somebody else's tent, I wonder if they will keep that same energy now. So Carmelo Anthony's attorney says, Carmelo Anthony was actually scheduled for long jump, right? He was actually scheduled to compete at the track meet. Now, let's go. Now, Austin Metcalf tells Carmelo, you can't be here, you need to leave.
I'm letting the trolls in, y'all. I'm letting the trolls in. I'm letting the trolls
I need to train my IT team, but what's this going to cost me?
Well, not training him.
Now, Austin Metcalf makes the first physical contact in spite of the warning, touch me and find out. In that split second, Carmelo has a decision to make, how and when to act. So he reacts in a split second of fear and chaos. He immediately says, I was defending myself. Now, here's the thing. We finally got the official measurements. Carmelo Anthony was 5.
Entertainment purposes. And I need an opportunity to actually draw in more subscribers. You know, I need an opportunity to draw in more subscribers. I can always kick them back out, but we're going to at least try. You know what I'm saying? All right, Shawnee, we love you. We love you. Take mom shopping and have fun. Buy her something nice. Buy her something nice. And tell moms we said hello. Tell the tribe said hello.
This at 5'6", 130 pounds. Austin Metcalf was 6'2", 215. We find out in court that not only did Carmelo Anthony belong there and was supposed to be there and was scheduled to perform, but Austin Metcalf and his brother apparently left the last track meet early to go fishing. The coach got mad at them and they were not supposed to be at that track meet.
Moderators, y'all can't tell me y'all ain't a little bored. At least if I let some trolls in, you know what I'm saying? It gives y'all a chance to get active and get some of this passive aggression off of your chest too. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Money might say, let's show some love and hit that like and subscribe button. You know what I mean? Exactly. So we got to give ourselves a chance, y'all. We got to give ourselves a chance. Let's let them on in. They know the truth by now. Let them on in. We got what it takes to stomp their ass out. You know what I'm saying? We got what it takes. We have exactly the tools we need to stomp their ass out. We come with a hell of a roast game. If your name lit up in blue, you come with tools. You know what I mean? We can handle it. You know, okay, you got your boots on today. That's what I'm talking about. Ain't nothing but a couple of garden snakes, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We only dealing with a few garden snakes, y'all. That's all it is. Regina, you in the garden. You know about them garden snakes. You know what I'm saying?
I guess they still showed up to show the coach they're still committed to the team, but they were not even supposed to be at that track meet because they left the last one to go fishing, and the coach told them, right, not to come to this track meet. Right now, the exact words were, "I did not need him here," or "I did not need him there." That was the coach's exact word. "I did not need him here." So if that's the case, if Austin Metcalf was not supposed to be there, Carmelo Anthony was supposed to be there. Carmelo Anthony was talking to a friend under the tent. How can Austin Metcalf come and tell Carmelo Anthony he needs to go when he was not even supposed to be there in the first place? Now,
It looks like he was upset because he couldn't be there, and he was upset that Carmelo, who was representing another school, was sitting up under the tent that he wasn't supposed to be there to be up under. And I'm speaking in relation to Austin because Austin wasn't supposed to be there. So it sounds like he took it out on Carmelo to me. It sounds like he was angry and he took it out at Carmelo, on Carmelo.
Matter in the grand scheme of things in terms of murder. I mean, those are details that help, right? But the only details here that really matter is in the moment, did Austin Metcalf do enough for Carmelo Anthony to justify deadly force? That's what they're going to be discussing. But all the character assassination, that needs to stop today, bro. All right, because to me, all the character assassination kind of got debunked in court. But we'll be covering this every day. Let me know in the comment section, what do you got?
Okay, now going on to Kwame Brown. All right, y'all know I had to say the best for last. Bust Life, Kwame Brown, the former #1 draft pick. You know what I'm saying, about Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Former Laker, Kwame Brown, 54. Put some respect on it. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Anytime now, Kwame, anytime. Okay, he's about to start talking. Anytime, Kwame, we here.
If you're not using a business travel platform like Navan, you're really missing out. Hi, I'm Ellie, and I'm the people.
Come on, Kwame, we ready. We ready, Kwame. We ready.
Folks the N-word, and they expect black folks to do nothing, don't touch him, because he's using words.
Black power.
And in this situation, they can't be honest and say that this kid might have chimped out and put his hands on somebody that was serious about his self-defense. So at the very least, this would be manslaughter and not first-degree murder. So if that's the only thing they have on the books is first-degree murder, this lawyer should beat this pretty easily because everybody is saying that this kid touched him first. But I definitely do think this case is going to rip apart goddamn Dallas, and it might rip apart the country because this was stupid.
I've been saying that. I am not the only one who feels this way. I've been telling y'all, regardless of what verdict gets delivered, this country is going to be, man, it's going to be tyranny. It's going to be tirades. It's going to be angry mobs. It's going to be nothing nice, man. We was fussing when Trump, you know what I'm saying, put the military out here in these neighborhoods. Y'all don't understand the military might have to come back. Y'all don't understand.
Stupid to have this case right on the heels of this damn Chinaman getting away with popping a young black boy in the back. It's stupid that.
Thank you, Lady Lorraine. Can we put LL in the chat, please? Can we put LL in the chat? You know what I'm saying? Can we put LL in the chat, please? All right. Regina Meyer said it's going to be nothing. He going home with all charges dropped, period. Yop said, white people make me nervous. They too unpredictable. No, I feel you. I feel you. I feel you.
Hell, to chase somebody over some water. So you at least would think that this guy would go to jail for something. But no, he got set free because he's saying, and
by an all-white jury,
and unalive people don't talk. So my condolences to the family, but unalive people don't talk. And so the fact that he had a firearm on him, and the fact that he was 14, which I don't think 14-year-olds can possess a handgun. They can create a narrative around that a jury would buy. Even though I still think to chase somebody over some water still should get you some damn time. I don't think I can chase somebody down over some damn water and shoot them. But hey, I don't know. And so, but I think on the heels of that situation, you have the Carmelo Anthony trial, which you already know the races are seeming like they're dividing because, and you can't say it's just black folks riding with black folks because look at how many people roll with this idiot Chud the Builder. Look how many idiots. I told you we need AI robots in the jury booth. I'm telling you, people are too divided by race now, and it's us and them. Cause Chud the Builder running around calling people the N-word, they was okay with that. But then as soon as you offend a certain group, oh boy, they want you to apologize. Ask Candace Owens. They want to make us seem to be these sensitive, such and such people, but no. We just had a UFC fighter canceled from going to Strickland. He just got canceled from going. Sean Strickland cannot go to the White House and fight because he spoke against Israel. So you want to talk about sensitive? Oh no, don't try to put that shit on black folks. No, these people are the most sensitive people in the world. They will take your job, your livelihood. They'll take everything from you if you say the wrong thing. Now that's some sensitive shit. We just want to slap the hell out of you. Y'all take y'all try to bury people alive. Where does he work? Who does he do? Take all his money. Let's take everything. That's sensitive. That is chimping out. If a person says something, you're that evil, and you have a network set up where you can blackball people even from arenas. When Kanye was talking stupid and saying things that people didn't agree with, he was still just using words. But because of those words, Kanye West could not even rent out certain people's stadiums. I'm talking about a talented man, a viable option. He couldn't even use the stadiums. You want to talk about sensitive? Come on, man. He ain't cut nobody. He ain't stabbed nobody. He was using words that you might not agree with. Hell, words some of them I don't agree with. But I don't want to bury the man alive. They want to bury people alive for words. But then turn around and want to laugh at someone else's pain by disrespecting them. And then say, don't chimp out. Now we got an Indian guy running around telling white folks, give me back my land. You stole my land. like this is going to help America. I do not understand the stupidity that's going on in people's mind nowadays. How does that help America by running up to people that ain't fucking with you and telling them about whatever? You got a black dude in New York. Show me you're not racist and let me sit down. Show me you're not racist and buy me something to eat. All these stupid things just to go viral. Let me tell you something. I'm a grown man. And I don't give a damn what color you is. When I'm out, I'm chill. But if you ask me to buy you something to eat and all that weirdo stuff, I'm just gonna want to get away from you. I'm not gonna want to be violent towards you. I'm gonna think you a weirdo. Cause you a grown ass goddamn man, and I'm not buying you Jack Judy. Cause you grown. You know, that ain't got nothing to do with race. I was taught that if you don't work, you don't eat. Now, if I see a homeless person and I have it on my heart to give them some money, I will do that. But don't bring your grown ass up to me talking about buy me something to eat. Fuck you. I don't give a damn what color you are. You could be Kamala. You could be a mutt. I ain't calling Kamala a mutt. I'm just saying. You could be a half breed. You could be whatever you want to be. And the answer is no.
I tell y'all, I agree with Kwame Brown, man. Kwame be speaking. Boy, Stephen A. Smith messed up when he brought Kwame to the internet. Boy, you should have never been picking on Kwame. Because Kwame been on fire and telling the truth on this internet ever since. Ever since. I've been rocking out with Kwame Brown, Bust Life 2.0. You know what I mean? Like, Kwame is going to tell the truth. Tell the truth. When I tell you people are more than just athletes, more than basketball players, these athletes have minds. These athletes have real lives. And this man calls it accurately every single time. Salute to Kwame Brown, man. It's something about the last name.
Shit. I'm just saying. Oh, shit. Oh, let me get this computer booted up, boy, before I get myself in trouble. Why is this computer off anyway? Salute to you, Terry. I give money to sincere beggars. Nah, but if you come up to me talking about, like, I don't like that. I don't like that on no side. Prove to me that you're not racist. Buy me something. Prove to me you ain't racist. Let me sit down.
It's a man down here who holds a sign and he goes, not gonna lie, I just want a beer. Well, you think I'm finna hand you a beer because you being honest? You know what I'm saying? Money and might. The hate comes from how strong and better we are, no matter how much racial discrimination and suppression they try to hold us back, we find a way to talk. Yeah, to the top. We sure do. We sure do, each and every time.
Hey, nobody want to hear that shit. That's stupid. And then walking up to somebody and antagonizing them is equally stupid.
It keep throwing you out. Did you do something? I didn't even know you were being thrown out. I thought you were here the whole time. I had no clue. You ain't did nothing to us. I don't see nothing that you said wrong.
Now, they never used the term provoke when it came to Chud the Builder. I was using that term. I said, yo, he provoking people and using a racial slur. You can't just do that. What the fuck is wrong with you? That's stupid to even try something like that. And that's harassment as well. You know what I'm saying? So here it is that when Austin Metcalf said, not Austin Metcalf, Carmelo Anthony said, hey, touch me and find out. They're saying that was him provoking. I'm like, that sounds more like a warning to me. That sounded more like, I'm going to sit here and chill like I've been doing. You got a problem with me being here. You touch me and you go find out what I'm going to do back to you for touching me. That sounds...
I keep having to go search to get back in. That means I'm shadow banned. See, they're doing it again. You notice the numbers drop significantly. So these are just, our regular oppressors reporting me and this and that and, You know who run these platforms. This is what we go through. This is what we go through as content creators. This is what we go through.
More like a warning. That's not a threat.
We have it set up in 4 categories. We're going to start off with our value selection.
And they're not sending notifications out to anyone. You better bet.
And where you'll find every selection.
You know. And this is my thing. Nobody never asked this question. Would I have brought a knife to attract meat? No. But I was on the larger side of a child. You know, I wasn't 130 pounds, and I wasn't walking around at 5'6". So I have a physical presence that I'm a little more confident. I done got jumped before where I live. You know.
Yeah, Darius, I did that. I need to be off camera for a minute. I did that, brother.
So I'm a little more confident than a 5'6", 130-pound kid. Compared to a 215-pound, 6'2" kid. And size does matter. Yeah. Size do matter. Because if I jump on a regular size...
Oh, I can tell y'all, follows Kwame Brown, go along, get along game. Yeah.
Guy, first thing they going to say is, Kwame, big as a motherfucker. Now, if I lose, they going to say, hooray, he kicked his big ass. But if I win, they going to say, boy, he was too big to be fighting that dude. You know what I'm saying? So my question is, why are they using the language provoked when Carmelo is just using his words? You shouldn't chimp out. That's what Chud the Builder was saying? It seemed like he chimped out and he put his hands on somebody who was serious that didn't want you to touch him. And if he did not put his hands on him, and if he would have went and got, let's say, an administrator, because they keep trying to talk about this tent culture. Okay, fine. We got a locker room culture, cool. But we got doors that lock on our locker room. So we ain't had to worry about nobody coming in our goddamn locker room. We slammed the door and we had security by the door. And we let them do their job. But
Exactly. Watch what point he's finna give you. Watch this.
What we did not have was players that was going to go get in fights like they were security guards to get people out of tents. Shouldn't it be a rule that, yes, you don't allow people in your tent, but don't you have administrators and teachers or track coaches that can do their job as an authority figure to get a young man out of a tent? Don't you think, why ain't nobody talking about that? They keep talking about a knife that we all saying that we wouldn't have bought, but it's not illegal for him to have a knife there. It's against school policy. It's against school policy, so he shouldn't have had it, but it's not illegal. But why ain't nobody talking about in this tent culture who is supposed to administer the justice? The players? So they're telling these young kids, you're the leader. If somebody come in this tent, they got to turn into bouncers. So they're encouraging these kids to fight. I think that's the flaw right there. Because, okay, you don't want nobody in your tent. But if it's raining and all that, why couldn't he just sit there for a second until the rain stopped? And I definitely don't think this is a school policy that's backed up by the law, KB. I don't know. And the judge, I thought they said it wasn't.
If y'all put 2 and 2 together, y'all know that it was raining. They said Carmelo was under the tent on the other end, sitting halfway in and halfway out of the tent on the bleachers, which means that he really didn't want to be there. He was just waiting for the rain to stop and he was going to dip out. Okay? What y'all seem to keep missing is there's accounts of Austin pushing Carmelo, trying to get him from under the tent. He was trying to push Carmelo out in the rain. Those are bullying tactics. This is what you do for laughs, to impress girls who's onlooking, who's looking at you, who thinks it's funny. You know what I mean? This is what you do to your homeboys who's looking up at you as a mentor. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, so they can pull on your horn a little later. and laugh at Carmelo's expense. That's exactly what was going on, man. He was being bullied. He was trying to push this man out in the rain. Out in the rain. What the hell is Carmelo supposed to do? Because I would have done the same damn thing Carmelo did, except I would have went for the neck. That is the only difference between Carmelo and I. I'm going for the juggler. I am going for the juggler.
It's not a crime for him to have it. I found some videos. Hold on, I got a video. I'm no expert. I don't really believe in experts, but damn sure don't know the law more than most people. I damn sure don't, so I'm not going to pretend. All right, I should be on the computer. But I do think it's unfortunate that a situation like this happened where it seemed like the kid was just sitting there. He spoke to a kid that he knew, and it seemed like he was just sitting there after that. And there are people like that. They don't want to be bothered. They just want to mind their dang own business. And you leave them the heck alone. But I guess they were telling these kids.
Yeah, this racism is, boy, it's next level in the South, boy. It is next level in the South, man. Real talk. Florida, Mississippi, New Orleans, Alabama, Texas. Man, it is bad in the South, man. It's bad, man. Real talk, it's bad.
Kids to, get these other kids out of the locker room or out of the tent. Don't allow other kids to come in the tent. And it's more like a team bonding type of thing. Like, this is our tent. This is our space. I get that, but that don't give you the right to assault somebody. And nobody's talking about that. They're trying to soften the blow. Now, I'm bigger than most people, right? And so sometimes I can not intentionally, I can push or touch somebody on and thinking I'm joking, thinking I'm playing, but because of my size, because I'm bigger, then that push could be harder than what my intentions are. And I've had friends tell me, boy, goddamn, you stop pushing me like that, motherfucker. That was heavy. You heavy-handed. And sometimes you don't know your own strength, but still, that doesn't give you a right to put your hands on somebody because you don't want them in your tent. So they already killed the whole first-degree murder. Now they're trying to prove intent just because he had a pocket knife. A lot of kids carry a pocket knife. Some of them don't bring them to school, but a lot of kids carry a utility knife, pocket knife, whatever. You use it for whatever you want to use it for.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it.
Those are facts. Those are facts.
Ace 44, a complete AI creation platform.
I got a neighbor, his kid ain't nothing but like 12, 13 years old, but this boy shoot guns all the time, carry a buck knife. He carry it everywhere he go. His daddy taught him it. So I just don't understand, just because you have a weapon don't mean you are going to use a weapon. So, that's what I was saying, Paul. If they're going to charge him with something, they should have charged him with manslaughter, and that may have been a slam dunk case. But if you're going to try to charge a kid with first-degree murder, you're going to take away his whole life for sitting down, telling somebody, "Don't touch me." Is that what you tell him?
For defending himself in a stand your ground state. That's how we have to look at this, because they're not going to look at it this way. They just want the conviction. If you're black and you've ever been in the system, you know exactly what I'm saying. They just care about the conviction. So this man has to spend the rest of his life possibly locked up behind bars for sitting down on his phone out of the rain and for telling someone, "Hey, don't touch me." And not only saying, "Hey, touch me and see what happens. He's like, okay, now punch me and see what happens. He gave multiple warnings, y'all. He was surrounded by at least 4 people. We have these accounts. I don't understand why why they're wasting taxpayers' money with this, man. I really don't.
But you gonna take a teenager's life away that ain't never been in trouble, and the media tried to depict this kid as some angry, mad kid, and then you look at what they say in the courtroom. They said the kid was crying. He ran from the people, ran directly to the police officer, took accountability for what he did, and when they said, "I have the possible suspect," he said, "No, I'm the actual person who did it." So this kid,
it's just something about the last name Brown. I said the same exact thing, y'all. I said the same exact thing. Y'all been right here with me. You heard me say it. That's. I mean, I know I'm not alone now. I know I'm not alone.
it took responsibility for what he did right off the rip. It didn't sound like somebody that was intentionally trying to hurt somebody. Then he gets in the back of a squad car and he asks how the person is doing. That don't sound like somebody that was trying to intentionally unalive somebody. It sounds like a kid that is not really, it sounds like he was moving around in fear. He was fearful that he's a smaller kid. Now, he didn't want to be touched, and I don't think that should be, nobody don't want to be touched. Why bring a weapon to a school event? I can't speak to that. I'm not 130 pounds. I said I wouldn't do it. But again, I grew up fighting, so getting jumped or fighting one-on-one, cool, I would live another day. But I'm not walking around at 5'6", 130 pounds either. And that's why I tell people you gotta first get your kid a baseline of self-defense so that these kids don't feel the need to walk around with all these weapons. A lot of these kids are walking around fearful because look at these teen takeovers. Look at what these kids are actually doing to each other. Y'all don't know. Y'all are not walking around in these kids' shoes. Y'all don't know what's happening for real. Especially a young man, a young male, and he's on the smaller side of a young man. Hell, if I was 5'6", 130 and nobody put me in karate, my parents never put me in boxing, so I'm not trained on what to do, shit, I might have me a brick and a knife. I'm just saying. And just having something to protect yourself don't mean you're going to use it. And I think that if that young man had not put his hands on Carmelo Anthony, that knife would have stayed in his bag. Because the only thing he said he would use it for is if someone touched him in a manner that he didn't want to be touched. So that's what it sounded like to me. So I don't know how they're going to get, and I don't got no dog in the fight, and I don't do the black and white shit. And white people have proven to me that some of them, that they're just as racist that some black folks say that they are. Because they don't give the benefit of the doubt on nothing when it comes to us, when it comes to a white guy doing something. But when a black kid does it, they rally around, they put money up, they do everything in their power to let you know they don't give a feet up. So I'm just going to stick to the facts. And the facts are what they are. People are focusing on what people are saying in the media and what some black people that are being interviewed are saying. That don't got nothing to do with the actual case. The actual case is in black and white saying that Carmelo Anthony was sitting down with his hand in the bag. It ain't a crime to have your hand in the bag, and you can't prove that he had his hand in a knife because you could not see his hand. He could have had his hand on his soda pop and he switched it over to a damn knife. You don't know what he did when his hand is covered up. And it's not a crime to have your hand in a bag. But if he would not have been touched, he would not be reaching for a knife. And that's what the facts say. because the young man warned him, "Do not touch me."
Exactly.
And when he was touched, he used the knife.
Exactly.
So I believe if he wasn't touched, he wouldn't have used it.
And no one would have known he had it.
So let's see what other people are saying.
And no one would have known that he had it. Honestly. That's the bottom line logic here. That is the bottom line logic.
Around the internet. Let's see what he breaks down like.
Don't buy that camera that's going viral to keep burglars away. Do this instead. For only $22 a month, I got a premium home security system. All I did was answer some basic questions on this website. I got it all set up and running.
W supremacists will always push the button for things to go nuclear. Yeah, because they know that the law is on their side. Just like white women know all they got to do is cry.
Well, Karen, so far we've heard from first responders as well as law enforcement officers who responded to the stadium for the stabbing. This has included a Frisco firefighter as well as several Frisco police officers. We also got to see body camera footage of Anthony's arrest. Now, that firefighter, he described in some graphic detail the state of Austin Metcalf's body after the stabbing. Metcalf's father put his head in his lap, and his mother wiped away tears at that point in the trial. Now, this case revolves around a confrontation between Anthony and Metcalf at a Frisco ISD track meet last April. Authorities say Anthony stabbed.
See, that's a media narrative. Just like it's a media narrative that they knew each other, he was bullying them. That's just a narrative. That kid went into that tent because it was raining, and he knew another young boy in the tent. And then he spoke to that dude and sat right next to him. He sat down. He's in a seated man is in the most docile position you can be in, other than laying on the damn ground. And he was sitting down. He wasn't trying to fight nobody. So again, I know some people are going to look at it from the lens of white, black, and all this other BS. I'm not going to do that. I'm looking at it from somebody who warned you not to touch him.
All right. Lady Lorraine says, Trump likes shiny nuclear buttons. Money Mike says, it's called American Express. They never leave home without it. I'll shake to that.
He's in a tent or not. You go get an administrator. You go get law enforcement. You go get somebody else. Don't you put your hands on people, because we already know people ain't playing. And this young kid...
I've been trying to get this memo out to white America for the longest, especially cool white America. Man, listen. Well, I guess especially racist white America. We ain't got to worry about cool white America. But listen, man, people are tired, man. This shit is taking a toll, man. People are tired. Y'all don't understand this, and y'all are going to keep pushing and keep pressing, and some bad things are going to start happening in this country. Some bad things are going to start taking place in this country. We forget about them DC snipers, y'all. We forget about that? Huh? We forget about them DC snipers? Because I don't recall them sniping us. And I'm not condoning no violence. This is the trip down memory lane. You know what I'm saying? And the criminalities we've seen in this country. The cases we've seen in this country. The experiences we've had. I'm just trying to get you guys to recollect. I am trying to get you guys to recollect. That's all I'm doing. I'm not condoning violence. I'm not pushing any hatred, anything. I'm trying to get you guys to simply remember. Remember the conditions this nation used to be in. So for them to keep pushing and pushing and pushing, you never know who's going to be laying in the trunk of their car next, driving through your neighborhood and doing stupid things like this just to get even, because we never get justice in your justice system. I'm trying to get people to think, man. I'm trying to wake people up, man. The most dangerous things that you can do aren't the things you do publicly. It's the things you do without anyone seeing or noticing. That's more damaging. That creates more fear. Got to think with common sense.
Austin Metcalf, he underestimated this young man because in the police thing is saying that he said something like, "You're in Frisco, you ain't got nothing in that bag." So no, you don't play with people and you don't touch people purposely to see what they have. To me, that statement proves that he was antagonizing this young man because he asked him not to touch him. He simply just had his hand in his bag. The other guy said, "You don't have nothing in that bag," and then he proceeds to touch him.
Thank you. Queen Regina says, like, share, and subscribe. That don't sound like such a bad idea, ladies and gentlemen. Like, share, subscribe, hit the membership button.
So no, you can't run around and say, "Don't chimp out over words" when you're saying racial slurs and then turn right around and make it okay for people to put their hands on other people. And now you're talking about whether it was hard or soft. You don't put your hands on people. Go get an administrator.
Stop calling me.
What happened in Alabama? A group of white boys thought they was going to put their hands on that black deck officer out there. What happened? We saw the birth of a black Michael Phelps come to life. What happened in Cincinnati, Texas? When our white Russian thought he was just going to slap, what they call him, Goonie 2 times and walk away. What did the rest of the black community do? Especially to the white woman, Holly. What did they do? Why would you play these games to cause these type of reactions with people? Just go about your day. Just go about your day. That's it. Just go about your day. It's simple. That's your day. Don't ruin somebody else's day because you woke up in a bad mood, because you woke up with bad energy, because you woke up not loving you. Don't nobody else want them problems. We actually out here trying to chill because we've had those problems and overcame them. There's a difference, man, in what black people strive for in this country.
Sound like a psycho. I swear to God.
I'm calling you to let you know that we're going to pay off every loan you have. Like, it's literally...
It's like these white boys run to the jail. And it's like black people, we run away from the jail. We too busy trying to run and stay away. And white people too busy trying to run to it. You know what I mean? I don't understand the mindset. I'd rather run from that mother sucker than run to it.
Metcalf, but Anthony says it was self-defense. After the firefighter testified, the officer who arrested Anthony took the stand. He described handcuffing Anthony as the body cam footage played. According to Officer Eduardo Cortez, Anthony told him, quote, "I'm not alleged, I did it," and quote, "He put his hands on me. I told him not to." On cross-examination, the defense did confirm Anthony surrendered peacefully and complied with the officers. The defense also pointed out the no weapons rule is not a criminal offense, just a policy of Frisco ISD. Defense attorney Mike Howard asked Officer Eduardo Cortez about Anthony crying after the stabbing. Cortez said in response, quote, "Did I see tears coming down his face? I can't testify to that because I didn't see his face. My description..."
Did we see tears coming down Rick Child's face? Did we see tears coming down Derek Chauvin's face? You know, did we see tears coming down what's his name? Daniel Penny's face? Did we? Did we? Because I don't recall seeing any tears. You know, the saltine who unalived Sister Sonia Massey with the boiling hot water. You know, he said headshot, all of that stuff, like it was Call of Duty 3 he was playing. Did we see any tears from him? Even when he was sent, excuse me, even when he was sentenced to 20 years, did we see any tears? Did anyone of white people say, "I forgive you in the name of Jesus," or "I love you in the name of Jesus"? Did any of them turn the other cheek? Y'all know I'm talking to you. You know I'm talking to you. But for some reason, black people are prone to this turn the other cheek. Jesus love you. I forgive you. I'm not going to let this put me in hell. I'm going to make your life a living hell. You take something from me that I love. Fuck that. Religion can wait. What Kendrick Lamar said? Kendrick Lamar said, "I will beat your ass in front of God and hide the Bible." He said, "I'll beat you while God looking and hide the Bible." Real talk, I understand that. That man said, "I will beat you while God's looking and hide the Bible. Come on, man. Come on, man. Yeah, they rejoice when they delete us. We cry and forgive them in the name of our damn Jesus when they do it. Man, if y'all don't miss me with that white supremacist shit.
Was based on the tone of his voice. We're now hearing from another police officer right now. This is the officer that found the knife that prosecutors believe was used in the stabbing. This case is expected to go through the end of today and into tomorrow. Live in McKinney, Trevor Sahag.
Wait. So you got to talk about some truly.
First of all, don't come in here name calling. Don't pimp out or don't honky out, whichever one you are. Don't come in here name calling. Because maybe you're too silly enough to hear that I said they shouldn't have charged him with first-degree murder, maybe manslaughter at best. So that's not giving somebody a reason just to unalive somebody, idiot. That's up to the law to prove whether.
And the only reason Kwame Brown is addressing this is because they actually sent a super chat just to call black people idiots. So the super chat says, so that excuses him to kill that kid? Are you idiots that stupid? Yeah, but notice there's no profile picture here. And this is a super chat. I'm going to turn this on because this is the point I try to drive home on my channel. This is the point I try to drive home about other YouTubers and everything. Do we notice that Kwame Brown has not answered any comment except for that super chat that showed up in color right there in front of him? Have we noticed that? I seem to point this out pretty regularly for a reason. So when I start doing that and having that energy, don't look at me like I'm different. Look at me like I'm the same. Look at me like... All right, my best guess. Dougie, was that you, Dougie? Dougie, did you send a $20 cash out, Dougie? Dougie, was it you? I need to know who Nana put in the chat. I need to know who Nana put in the chat. Dougie, was it you? Someone sent the $20 cash app, and I'm trying to figure out who it was. Dougie, was it you?
Metcalf's assault was enough to prove that he felt.
Money Mike. Thank you, Money Mike. Let's put Money Mike in the chat, y'all. Let's put Money Mike in the chat. YouTube didn't freeze up. I saw the cash app, and I went over there, checked and see who it was so I can acknowledge them, y'all. Let's put Money Mike in the chat for the gracious $20 cash app. I appreciate that, Money Mike. Thank you for the support, brother. Thank you for the support.
Fearful of his life. That's not up to me. But again, this would have never happened if he wouldn't have put his hands on Carmelo Anthony. And that's what you don't want to deal with. You want black folks to not chimp out, as you say, for words, but then this young man can put his hands on somebody and you want us to overlook that.
You literally think that you could just walk up to a black person and do whatever you want to do to us, say whatever you want to say, and touch us, whether we want to be touched or not, and you think we're just supposed to take it? What do you think this is, Jim Crow? They wasn't even taking that shit during Jim Crow. A majority of them slaves weren't taking that shit during slavery. That's why you had to lynch so many of our ancestors, man. No man, no human being will ever be okay with that. Will ever be okay with that.
But to charge this young boy with first-degree murder that was sitting down with his hand in his bag, wasn't touching anybody, I think it's a bit much. You can't take that. In Texas, that would be his whole life damn near in the chain gang. No, I don't think that. I think that's way too much. I think that's way too much. So at the very least, you can charge him with manslaughter.
Chud the Builder has more of an extensive record than Carmelo Anthony. Let's put this in perspective. Chud the Builder and Jake Lang, who are both known white supremacists, antagonizers. They have longer extensive criminal records than 18, 19-year-old Carmelo Anthony, ladies and gentlemen.
Devastating news for Carmelo Anthony, who's currently on trial for murdering Austin Metcalf at a track meet. Okay, everybody knows what happened between these two 17-year-old teenage boys. It's a very tragic situation. It also sparked a whole lot of race conversations, a lot of racial animosity in this country. Just overall terrible story. Okay, but I shouldn't have to go over the basic details because everybody knows what happened. Okay,
this individual just sent another super chat to Kwame Brown just to further cuss out black people. I'll take those type of super chats all day, ladies and gentlemen. Look, racist, if y'all got something y'all want to say, I respect it. Just send it in the form of a super chat. Y'all don't believe me? The same person just sent him another super chat just to say that. Now, damn it. You know what I'm saying? I don't like racists, but I like racist people money. The same way them racists like black money. Now, damn it, I'm starting to feel a little left out now. Damn it. I want to be included, not excluded. What the hell? Y'all racists here can't do that for me. Y'all racists can't do that. Y'all know we poor and black. We don't come from nothing. Yeah, send that super chat. I'll read it. I'm starting to feel left out. Damn. Damn. Y'all go off on me for free. These people sending super chats to go off on Kwame. What? Yeah, Regina, you said it. Yes, you just had that conversation with me. Matter of fact, are you still in my ear right now, Regina? You still there? You still there, Regina? Hello? Okay, she's still here. Yeah, you said it. All right, the phone may hang up too when we get to 4 hours, so just feel free to call back. All right. Yeah, but you said it this morning, Regina. You said it. This man is making money even through his trolls. My trolls here, they just come in and cuss me out and call me the N-word for free. I don't get nothing out of them but insults. Man, I'm changing my game up. I bet you I won't read another damn comment. I bet you I won't read another damn. I bet you I won't. I'll let my moderators handle that chat. I bet you I won't irritate. Hell no. Hell no. I'm not getting on YouTube broke and getting off YouTube broke. All this time I've been sitting here, I just not got this man content. He already got 2 super chats from the same racist just to cuss us out and go off on black people. Y'all ain't got that kind of boldness here. God damn. Send a super chat. Call me the N-word all you want to, as long as there's a super chat attached to it. I ain't mad. I'll be a super N-word for a super chat. Huh? Yeah, shoot. Let me get paid off your racism. I ain't mad at you for being racist. Be who you are. But be open to giving. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. It pays to be racist. I understand. So pay me so I can tolerate it. God, dog. I'm not entertaining no more. Nah, hell no, man. Hell no. Hell no. If it wasn't for Money Mike, and if it wasn't for, you know what I'm saying, Regina and Shawnee and the rest of everybody else that I threw down for the 114 you see, for gifts, man, I wouldn't have nothing. Hell no, I bet you I won't answer another damn question to do no more research for nothing. Hell no. Hell no. Send that super chat. Make me want to work. And they just sent another super chat just to say, how can you justify this effing animal killing another person over getting physical? Do y'all hear the dumb shit she sent the money to say? If you want to waste your money saying dumb shit, I mean, I'll take your money and then add some smart substance to it. Like, God dang. You know what I'm saying? God, that's what I'm saying. Laugh or be upset as you go to the bank on them. Exactly. I won't answer now another question. Who? Okay. All right. Shit me. Hey, new day. I won't who. All right. Play with it.
Oh man, we got somebody in the chat honky and out. Spirit, Spirit, would you guide him? Out the fuck out of my chat. Goddamn.
See, everybody deal with him, but at least he got paid off of him. Everybody got to deal with it. I ain't dealing with these people for free, man. Hell no. Hell no. You got to pay me to deal with their ass. Hell no. I ain't babysitting other people, Neanderthals. I ain't doing it. Hell no. Pay me. Pay me. Pay me. Hell no.
Funky and out.
Devon, the #1 rated business travel platform, lets your team book work travel in one place. Flights, hotels, cars.
In this video, we're going to talk about the information that I wanted to know from the beginning, which is what actually happened, right? What the witnesses say happened, okay? And the reason why is because from the beginning, I said that my opinion about whether or not I believe that Carmelo is innocent or guilty is based off the facts and the evidence and the witness testimony in regards to what happened and whether or not Carmelo actually met any of the elements required to claim self-defense. Lo and behold, the actual witness testimony is coming out, and I can't lie to you guys. It looks really, 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 really bad for Carmelo.
Only reason why I think it looked really, really bad for Carmelo because they kicked off every black juror in Texas. They said, we ain't gonna let one black people showed up for jury duty. That's fucking amazing, boy.
You got more racists in Florida than you do white racists in Georgia. So I don't understand how the racists are on call in Georgia and they'll at least send an athlete who's already a millionaire some money. But they won't send an average Joe $2 and a jawbreaker for a comment. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. God dog. I don't understand it. The white supremacists in Atlanta have too much money. Ain't no white supremacists watching me that live in Atlanta down. Hey, got me waving my hands like over here. Over here. What the hell, man? God dog,
They
man.
really rallied around this kid. But that's fucked up that not one, I thought we were supposed to be represented by our peers. And black people showed up to get on the jury and they told them, hell no. That's crazy. But I think they gave Carmelo an out because this trial is going to be over because they can't convict. I don't believe so. You can convict him for first-degree murder. You got to prove a lot for first degree.
Mm-hmm.
Second degree manslaughter or something like that, a lesser charge,
criminal negligence.
Then they might got something because, of course, a judge is going to say just because he pushed you don't mean you can.
I promise if I see Kwame get one more super chat, hey, I'm ending my live stream. He done made more in a little. He done made more in a few little minutes. We done been using his content than I done made in down to the whole 3 hours I've been sitting here. I'm gonna get Kwame on the phone and see if I can collaborate with Kwame. We gonna bring the Browns together. We gonna call that Brown Pride or something. We gonna bring it together. His daddy had the same name as my daddy too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Kwame Brown daddy got the same name as my daddy. You know what I'm saying? May my daddy rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? Kwame's daddy is in prison on a life sentence. But they got the same name. And we got the same last name. So maybe we can all get along. I'm gonna hook up with Kwame, y'all. Kwame gonna show me the ropes to this, man. I'm going to Atlanta. Kwame! Can I come see you, big guy? Can I have some of your worthy paying trolls, sir? I'll gladly take some of your trolls out of your chat that's out there honkying out and chimping out. Send them my way. You know what I'm saying? Racist swing my way. Your money looks good to me. So won't you please troll my way? Racist troll my way. I say racist troll my way. Bring your chat book with you. Bring your checkbook with you. We take American Express, Venmo, Zelle. We take all that. PayPal, Cash App. You know what I'm saying? We take all that. We take all major credit cards. Hell, I'll take the old school food stamps if you got a book of them.
I don't know, but we'll see. But all the sensitive people that's acting like
they talking about they ain't gonna produce pennies no more. What? I want every penny I get my hands on. A bank gonna take them pennies today. What they gonna do? Take away all the Coinstar machines out of Winn-Dixie and stuff? I'm collecting pennies. I want y'all to stop messing with the pennies. Cause boy, listen, I'm like 50 Cent on Get Rich or Die Trying. Most people won't take change of pennies, but I will. It all adds up to money. It all adds up to money. Yes, sir.
You know, just by discussing this, we're gonna bring race into it.
You can send me a bag of crushed recycled aluminum cans. I know where to take them at the cashier, man. You know what I'm saying? It's still money. It's still money. I don't care if you send me garbage bags full of crushed beer cans. It's still money. I know where the scrap yard's at. You know what I'm saying? I know how to turn it into something. Real talk, man. You ain't got to tell somebody who know how to survive. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to tell nobody that. They'll show you.
Go eat some pig shit.
Based off what I'm reading thus far as of the making of this video, and this is very important because the pro-blacks have already declared that this is racism. This is racism, hate, and bigotry, and they've made up facts. They've made up stories in order to fit a narrative that they only can support with made up facts because given the facts that we have right now, Carmelo doesn't have a strong self-defense claim, right? And if you guys remember, these people were going with the narrative that Carmelo was jumped. See, you don't understand. These two big scrapping white boys were trying to jump Carmelo because they had been bullying him before in the past, right? Carmelo was being bullied by these guys. And that Carmelo acted in self-defense because he was getting his ass whooped, right, by the white boys that he had.
This guy right here, man. This guy right here, when he woke up this morning, he forgot to put his blackness on, man. This guy right here forgot to put his blackness on, man. For real. He forgot the baby crying. Damn shame. Ugly ass.
Come on, black conservative perspective. You said you was gonna stick to the facts of the case, and then you started talking about what other people were saying that don't got nothing to do with the facts of the case. Let's stick to the court transcript. And what the court said was that young man put his hands on him. So you got to take that into account. You cannot walk around here putting your hands on people.
Hey, racist white people,
so
do y'all know what this is?
On what other people have said.
Hey,
like
DA, you know what this is?
Doing this is
DA, you know what this is?
This is just a throw off right here.
Have you ever used one of these before? You know what this is?
People said that what maybe wasn't there and all that.
Do you know what this is?
The court said.
I want to know. I want to know. Hey, y'all done got rid of DA. I wanted to ask them, do they know what this is? Do they know what it's called? You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what this is? You know what you're supposed to do with it? You know what it's used for? Do you know what it's used for? I'm just making sure. Hey, I'm all about that hygiene. You know what I'm saying? Got to wash that ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about that hygiene. I just want to know. Y'all know what this is? Huh? Oh, damn it. I know the black people know what this is. I'm asking the racist white people, do they know what this is? Do y'all know what this is? Huh? Y'all know what this is? You know what it's for? How come y'all don't use them often? Why your water bill so low? Why your washcloths and your towels stay dry? Why you ain't never got no whites in your laundry? Huh? Clean up your dirty acts. Wash your nasty stinking asses. You might wash the evil out yourself and make black people proud of you. I'm just saying. It is a washcloth used to wash the body. Us black people know because we all about cleanliness. Cleanliness is next to godliness. That's what we was told. Tell the white people that. That's why they so far away from God, because them mother suckers dirty as shit. They don't wash their ass. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm going to troll you right back, DA. Y'all don't know what I do yet? You ain't going to get up under my skin, boy. I got a roast game. I'm going to troll your pale skin ass right back, Q-tip. That's what you want, right? Ain't that what you want, white bread? Ain't that what you want? D.A. Thompson trolling right back. I like the move. Yeah. Y'all like all the black moves. That's why you steal them all. That's right. I'm not supposed to be commenting to him. Super chats. So that's right. Thank you. See, it's hard, y'all. Thank you. Tell them to send a super chat. If they, thank you, y'all. Thank you. We're keeping me on track. Thank you. Because this broke ass ain't got no money. Hell, he ain't got no damn washcloth. Come on, man.
Young man put his hand on the man while he was sitting down. Depending on the state you in, you cannot put your hands on another person. I'm telling you, keep your hands to yourself. Because it can go there.
Was it clear enough or was it fuzzy or what? No, it was clear. It was clear enough where you see the actual individual.
Why the video this brother saw was so clear, but all the rest of the videos everybody else saw is so doggone fuzzy and stuff. Who you work for? How you saw the video? Huh? How you saw the video? I just want to know.
Drops come by the camera. Okay. I cleared them. You actually see them walking up. You see that Carmelo is already up under there. He's under there minding his business. Dodging the rain? Or? Yeah, it was still rain. You know, right.
What video did he watch, y'all? I'm kind of mad. What video did he watch? And as we come in, ladies and gentlemen, let's hit the like button. God dog, we done been stuck on 34 for the longest. We done been stuck on 34 likes for 34 minutes. You know what I'm saying? We can't hit that like button. Y'all index fingers don't work, your thumbs don't work, your eyes don't work. You know? Oh, Regina talking about you can't find it. Smart ass. Smart ass. I got you. I got you. I know how to get even with you. I know how to get even with you. Oh, you tried the video. Oh, I thought you I know how to I know how to get even with your green-eyed ass. Keep playing. Uh-huh. I know how to get even with your ass. You got jokes. I know how. Yeah, okay. Regina does call on Jesus, y'all. I'm letting y'all know. Regina does have a tendency to call on Jesus. I'm just letting y'all know.
So that day we were under a tornado watch. Right. We were under thunderstorm warning, and we know we had already had some light rain then, and it started raining again, and it was over with. Okay. So that's kind of what happened on that day. But they were at a rain delay already, and so during that time when that happened, the twins, their two buddies, and a few other kids. There was a few kids involved with it. They were all coming from.
Yeah, they still listen though. Yeah, they still listen though. Listen, I want to see if Kwame gonna get one more super chat. That's gonna be the end of my whole life.
The direction of the middle school. Right. I'm walking back up. Right. On the video, you can see those four that actually was involved, and maybe about 3 or 4 others that was with them, skipping up, trying to catch up line. One veered off probably toward his way to go to the coach and kind of distract him a little bit, and then the other 4.
How is this man calling out everything so clear and vividly on this video, and I can't? Where's the video? How did he see it? I mean, I believe the brother. I know he ain't got no reason to lie. But damn, can you share the link or something? Damn. We want to see. We want to know. What the hell? Hey, y'all, it's hot, y'all. I got to get ready to end this live because I ain't turning my air conditioner on yet, man. You know what I'm saying? Down here in Florida, when it get this hot, man, you know what I'm saying? You got to take off layers. You know what I'm saying? You got to withstand the storm. Because FPL is raising them interest rates for that light bill too, boy. Hey, listen, it's harsh down there. I could imagine how it is in Texas too. You know what I mean? Well, you got to share articles of clothing. Down here, boy, we walk around with no shirt on. We'll move around in boxer shorts. Don't play. Anything to beat the heat.
Came walking together. One who went in front of them went past. Right. The other 4 went, and they.
Women down here walk around in bikinis and bathing suits, and we men love it. We men love it. I ain't got no complaints. Down show don't. My only complaint is why you put it on if you don't feel it. You know what I'm saying? If you wearing it well and it's wearing you, I ain't got no complaints. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe I need to go to the school too and look at the video.
Around the Carmelo, you know, if you're Carmelo, and they showed that on that video. It's on the video. Okay, come on. You can see them. I'm gonna say little stuff. I'll put it this way. Okay. They actually tell you when you're watching the video, pay attention to this corner right here, because if you look anywhere else, you might miss everything. Okay. So watch those 4. Here, there are 4 right there coming up. Right. That's exactly what they say. Okay. And so you have no way to be confused that it's those 4.
I believe this brother too. I want to see this video. You know what I'm saying? I want to see this video.
So they come up, they surround them, and it's an immediate moment of not even a few seconds of pause. Then that's when they jump. And so they actually did jump you. Yeah, it wasn't just no touch. It wasn't just all that moment. Yeah, it was a push. It was all kind of things. But Austin push, Hunter hit, and then everybody swung. But at the same time, so it's more than the twins that got some licks. So it showed that in the video. Yeah, in the video. So again, you got Hunter and Austin
I got to say this too, man. I don't know what it is, but there's lots of men down here in the South who are wearing pink like they camera on. But men don't wear pink like this, man. Why all of y'all walk around here looking like Pepto Bismol, man? When men started wearing pink? You know what I'm saying? When we started wearing pink so prominent, man, like I just saw 3 people walk past my window wearing pink shorts, pink shirts, pink matching hats. God damn, you better not walk past there no pink and white Nikes on. God damn, don't let that happen. What is I told y'all something's wrong with us black folks. I told y'all something to the sting out of us. Blame it on the pink. You know what I'm saying? That means we could blame the women too, because the women come with the pink. But it's something ain't right. Something ain't right. Something got these fellas down here, boy. Man, they walk around looking like bottles of Pepto Bismol, boy. A chocolate bottle of Pepto Bismol is exactly what they look like.
In the middle. Okay. And you have the light right here and you have the dark right here.
Okay. So it is a very frustrating time right now for Black Americans. From the rampant racism.
We've got the metal.
All right, y'all. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this live stream. I'll wait 3 more minutes. You know what I mean? We pretty much done covered everything. Drill Sergeant. What's good, Drill Sergeant 420? You know what I'm saying? Sugar in their tanks. Boy, listen, I don't know what this is, but they fuck around and walk past me in pink, carrying a purse with some pink and white Nikes on. Boy, listen, I'm going to thank Kamala Harris and the Democratic Party done got hold of you. Pink is a tint of masculine color red. What? Yeah, it's a woman's tint of a masculine color red. It's not a man's tint. We actually got red. We left pink for y'all. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Well, I told y'all how they walk around down here. God, my neighbor going to the beach right now with this bikini on. Lord have mercy. Got to love this about Florida, boy. I told y'all, boy. I told y'all. I would turn the camera, but I ain't gonna do that to her. Lord have mercy. She going to the beach right now. Got her bikini on and everything. I'm trying not to talk loud because my window's open, y'all. But God, she got it, boy. Got to love Florida. Got to love Florida, boy. Got to love Florida. Whew. God damn. Shit. God damn. Boy, I got to get off this camera. God damn, boy. Shit. It's a nice day to be in Florida if you live where I live. God damn, boy. Lord have mercy. Shit. Whew. We gonna end this live stream, boy. I ain't even playing. I ain't focused no more. I forgot what we was even talking about. I forgot what we was even talking about. Lord have mercy, boy. Oh, I gotta start doing this when my window's open. Whew. Y'all don't understand. I got the parking lot view. You know what I'm saying? So, ooh, god damn. Shit. Boy, if sin does exist, I'll ask for forgiveness, boy. Lord have mercy. Ooh, what you trying another confuse? If you don't get your old man, I'm not gonna do it. You ain't gonna get my energy. You not gonna get my energy, and you damn sure can't call me brother, you raccoon. You understand? I'm gonna put you right back in the tree, your old circled out ass crawled out from, your old bicycle seat sniffing ass little boy. You know what I'm saying? Who was you talking to, old mud pie eating ass? Who was you talking to? Get out the window. Hell no, that window is a blessing. What I'm about to do is get off this live stream and get back in this window. Boy, y'all don't understand what's going on right now, boy. This is the closest I would ever come to seeing J-Lo in something like this, boy. This is, and she's Puerto Rican too. Oh my God. Damn. Hey, we got to end this, y'all. This conversation is over, finished, finito, 1098. You know what I'm saying? We gonna wrap this up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what to do. Get your one-on-one. Get your one-on-one. Get your one-on-one with the real indigenous, internal, spiritual Most High. Woo! Y'all stay prayed up, stay blessed up, stay meditated up, stay protected. Stay real, stay conscious, stay uncut. Be inspired, be great, be you, and please be in Florida during the summer. Oh my God! I say, got to love it.